All right. Hey guys. Hey everyone. Welcome. Can you guys hear us okay? Emily, welcome. Hopefully you guys can hear.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I think we have a little bit of a delay, so let's see.
Yeah.
What's the best one? Oh shoot. I got this playing on my other computer. So I can watch chat.
I hear Emily is low.
Emily is low. Okay, let me fix Emily's audio. Hi, Yolanda. Hey everybody. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, hi Jen. I said hi to Jen. Let me make you louder though. Let's turn Emily up.
Yes, this is the Emily that is 400 pounds and
Oh my God. What? 400 pounds?
oh no, I think she said I was like 300 pounds. I
Really?
think about 150 pounds off, but
Yeah, that's not even right. Okay, so can you guys, Emily, why don't you talk for a second and let's make sure they can hear you good.
okay, can everybody hear me?
Oh
Like
my God.
decently and not like really crappy quality?
I hope it's not bad. Thank you so much, Scarlett. My God. This is not a new channel. This is my second channel. This is my 411. This is where I do like this kind of stuff. Okay, so they said you're good. They said you're good. Yeah. Okay, so hey Emily, it's really good to talk to you again. How have you been?
I've
You've been
been
a
good,
busy chick.
right?
You've been a busy
Put
chick.
myself in the middle of this shit.
I know. Well, someone kind of put you there. So like with everything that happened, like you were put in this position to where people came to you because
Yeah.
of everything that happened. I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure like she almost had an entire chat dedicated to me. So that's why like when everyone leaves, they always come to me because that's all she talked about was either me, you, or pretty much just us.
yeah. So I haven't really like watched her in quite a while. I mean, I did watch the Lana shit, of course. Um, but like a lot of things that you've shared with me as of lately are new to me. So I know a lot of people are up to date on what's going on, but not everybody is. So why don't we start kind of like just give a quick rundown? Like, obviously, everybody knows I've known her since high school. Um, we did the podcast. She got
That's how
drunk.
me and Jen met was through the podcast, like I
Yeah.
was Jay's admin and their admin and whatnot.
So, yeah. So we started this Facebook group with the podcast. Emily, you joined like right away. You were like one of the first mods. And when her and I separated, you stayed back and then you finally figured out what she was all about and then you left and
Yeah, I
then
mainly stayed because I felt bad for her. Like, she gave me the sob story.
you really felt
Everybody's
bad for her.
she's all alone, like how's she gonna run the group? And I'm like, okay, well, I was going to North Dakota to see my dad. I was like, I'll stay. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. I know you and I talked a little bit when I left and I didn't try to get you to do anything, you know.
No, you never asked me anything.
I didn't say, oh, you should leave and all that. Never said that. But a lot of people have come to me since they left her too because she's shitty to people. I mean,
Yeah,
let's just be blunt. She's mean and she's shitty to people.
sorry, I'm like reading the chat
No, it's
too.
okay. I am too. And I get distracted when I start reading it. But thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. And Emily, you look great. You look great. All for 350 pounds. Wow,
I know,
you hold
right?
it well. You carry it well. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, I just have like a skinny suit on.
oh my gosh. So here we have the critical K, right? So why don't you tell us what's transpired over the past few months?
Well, she has contacted my dad multiple times. He Doesn't respond as of lately. He thought he was trolling her at first, yet she ran with it as if it was real.
When
She
did she
couldn't.
contact your dad?
He first contacted him in October of 2020.
Oh my God. So we're going back.
Yeah, she sent him about 5 emails then. She also sent, I can actually pull them up on my phone. They're all on this laptop since, I don't live with my
You
dad
can
or know my
you can
dad.
share screen on Zoom if you'd like, if they're on your phone.
It's on my dad's computer, so I don't really
Oh,
understand.
got you. Well, if you want to read them, you can do that. I know she was trying to dig some information on you from your own dad.
Yes, she was asking where I worked. She was trying to get a hold of my mom. She wanted my mom's contact information. This was just 2 days ago. So she did the 2020 thing where she told him that I was a sex worker online, which is not true whatsoever.
And this is all because you left her group.
Yes.
Okay.
She told him I was a cam worker. She knows for a fact that I'm a sex worker and that I'm driving drunk home from my job at Applebee's, which I don't work at Applebee's, so that's not true either. And then she said a whole bunch of other stuff, and then she was asking for my mom's contact information. She wanted my mom's phone number, my mom's email, yada yada. She's like, doesn't she live with her mom? Doesn't she have a child to take care of instead of ruining my reputation and business? And that was
Unbelievable.
just 2 days ago.
2 days ago. So your shit started. When did you leave the group?
I left. She says she kicked me out, but I knew it was coming. I purposely stopped participating, like I was shocked she hadn't kicked me out months beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I left, I think it was like February 2020.
Okay. So even like 6, 7 months later, she's still calling or trying to get a hold of your dad and your mom for whatever reason. I guess the same reason she was trying to reach my ex-father-in-law, right? Contacted my siblings, right?
Wanted to call your apartment complex to make sure that you still lived there to find out which apartment you were in. She wanted one of us to pretend to be like a service worker, like maintenance or some type of thing.
I did hear that. Someone told me that they were asked to call by her to say that they had to impound my Jeep and that they needed to know what apartment I was in.
Yeah, she came up with all these crazy ideas that she wanted people to call you for. I it was just nonstop. I mean, you saw the text earlier that I sent you. Like
Yeah.
it was just
I'm
nonstop.
floored. Like, I mean, I am, but I'm not.
And
Because
nobody asked about you is the thing. Like they were all in their own. Like there was 250 people in that Patreon chat, and they were all in their own little thing, talking about whatever their lives, like having fun. And then it just
I've noticed that in all the screenshots I've received. Like, you guys aren't talking about me. She keeps bringing me up. Like,
yeah, and that's what she does, and she wants people to go after you, just like she's doing to me. She keeps bringing me up to people, telling them I'm the one doing things to her. I've never contacted her family. They can attest for that.
no,
I've
neither have I. Neither have I. And
uh,
she actually told some of her people that I broke in her house and ate eggs.
oh yeah, she accused you of
What?
breaking into her house, and then she also wanted to accuse her son. If it wasn't you, it had to have been her eldest son.
Mm-mm.
Turned out it was her husband ate a hard-boiled egg.
So she sees the missing hard-boiled egg and it must be Jay,
It
which
must
she
be.
hates that I go by Jay because that's her name. She
He said
owns that.
he came up with that.
So when we started the podcast, right, she goes by Kay, which isn't even her name. It's Karen. But she said, I was like, well, what can my name be? So we came up with Jay because it rhymed. But
Yeah.
nothing about her game. I don't game. I don't play video games. I have nothing to do with
Don't
that
play Elder
world of
Scrolls all
hers.
day?
The what?
Don't play Elder Scrolls all day?
No, no. And she would tell me like she had these sexual like fantasies with these men in the game.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
sext and all kinds of weird shit.
It was bizarre. She would send them pictures to, like, get more points in the game or, like, whatever, however it works. I don't know who still pays for her Patreon, but she does not use that money for anything for her show. She literally would give the admins money to buy the stupid game to play.
Mm. Let's talk about money, because there was a few things that happened. She raised money to copyright me or something on the murder rap sesh.
Yes.
I think I heard she raised money from her subs, or and they
Uh-huh.
paid, and then she never did anything that she said she was going to do with that money.
No, she bought a computer.
Oh, she bought a new computer with it.
Yeah, she got $1,200, and that's when quite a few of the original members kind of were like,
Mm.
yo, I'm out. Like, because they donated a lot of money. It came up to $1,200. We surprised her with it as a present because you were
I was so
attacking her.
bad to her. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we gave it to her, and that was that. No copyright, no nothing.
So she got $1,200, bought a new computer.
Mhm.
And then didn't she raise money for something else? It cracks me up because she sits there and talks about me. And
Oh
I
yeah, she
tried to stay
had
far away.
money for a lawyer against me. So she was having people donate to her PayPal to the Shut Emily Up Fund. If anyone
Oh,
thinks I'm lying, I have screenshots. I've got screenshots for days.
okay. So, Caitlin says, you realize you sound like my group of friends 10 years ago from high school. Sorry. Karen acts like she's in high school. So,
We're all here because of that.
yeah, I mean, she's done a lot of people wrong. I mean, in all seriousness, some of the shit's, we laugh about it. But in all seriousness, man, she has really hurt people. Really hurt people. Not just me,
Yeah, the
but
stuff she's
people
done
that
stuff
are
for her.
involved, that are victims of crimes, and that's what brings us to where we are today. And I want to just start this off before we start talking about the lawsuit. I just want to say to Ray, thank you. From everyone who has been affected by this woman, thank you for having the gall to do this and to spend the time and the money and the effort to do this, because
Right.
no one has done anything like this. I've tried to do certain things like PPOs, things like that. I don't live in that state anymore. But when she went on and said I was going to end up dead, I did file a police report on that because I'm not playing around. Like this, enough is enough. Like she's been after me since November of 2018.
Yeah.
Was
Hmm.
that
Oh, no,
18
I
or
think it was
19?
2019. I think it was
Well,
2019.
when did Watts happen?
2018. Yeah, so it was 2018.
November of 2018 is when we split with the podcast. And here we are. She's still harassing me and everybody else. So to Ray, I thank you. Thank you for standing up for what's right. Because what she did to Ray and the things she said about her, regardless of how you feel about a case, that's not how you handle true crime.
Mm-mm.
Yes, Emily was very smart to get away, along with everybody else who's here that got away. See, she puts this poor pity act. And I've seen it in her videos and I've seen it in the screenshots and her excuses when things like this go down, like, oh, I'm doing good for all creators now. That's her latest statement. This that she's
Speaking up
going
for
through
every
is for the
creator.
good of YouTubers everywhere. Give me a fucking break.
I mean, like, something like the Harley Dilly thing, too. Like, she went into his Discord and pretended to be a private investigator. Like,
Yeah.
just, she's not, what she's doing on YouTube is not true crime. It's harassment
It
and it's
is.
bullying, and it's just, I don't even know how she's still on.
Her YouTube channel is all about her opinions.
Oh, and her nuclear family.
The what?
The nuclear, oh, you never heard the nuclear family?
No. Unlike
Oh,
her, I don't watch all her videos.
you can't, if you like, have a child out of wedlock or anything like that, you have to stay with that man and marry him. You, even if he's abusive or anything like that. Nuclear families are best.
That's what she said?
Yes, kids will always have problems if they aren't raised in a nuclear family.
See, that scared me when she started giving parental advice. That's when I was like, okay, this chick, she's really lost her freaking mind.
She said that she could do a better job raising me than my own parents could have.
Yeah, okay. I have to say though, her eldest, he turned out amazing.
Yes, yes, he did.
He turned out amazing. I don't have any contact with her other children anymore, so I can't vouch
I
for
haven't spoken to
them.
them, but apparently I've harassed them for years. But
Unbelievable. But I know she was talking some shit about my kids recently. Um,
she did talk a lot about Craig.
my
That was,
oldest.
yeah, that was
Mm,
a really big thing. She always would say really bad things about him.
hmm.
And
Interesting.
she would go onto his YouTube channel
Oh, you're
and
talking about no, you're talking about my middle son.
oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
She would go on his
Yeah,
YouTube channel and what?
yeah, no, no,
And
no. And then it was yeah, I don't even know his name because that's how little I paid attention.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, my oldest is Craig, but yeah, I know you're talking about my middle son. So what would
Hmm.
she do on his YouTube?
She would watch his videos and mock them and make fun of them and say, "Look how terrible Jenny's son is. Look what he's singing about or whatnot." Like,
Wow.
I don't think she understands what rap music is because, like, that's not like those are personas, Karen, not like a real thing.
Yeah. She's a jealous person. She's a jealous person. Tammy just said she went around saying you tried to sleep with her son, Jay. I saw that.
Yeah, she did,
Ridiculous.
and that was a totally different like that was a misconception with her, son's actual wife shares the same name as you. So she thought that the photos were I don't even know,
I
but
don't know either. I all I know is I can say right now that I have not seen her son. Gosh, I moved to Florida the first time in 2003 and it was before that. So it's been a long time. It's been a long time and I saw pictures of him when he was in the Navy and that's pretty much the last time I've seen his face. I've always liked him. Always. I've known him since he was 4 years old. No, I never tried to sleep with him, nor would I ever. That's disgusting. Where she would even come up with that, it just shows me how twisted her mind is, because that's freaking gross. Like literally, I met the kid when he was 4 years old. So, anyways, someone else brought up, is she an occupational therapist or an occupational therapy assistant? She's an assistant. She has an associate's degree.
yeah, she is, but she doesn't work anymore. YouTube is full time.
Oh,
Hmm.
that seems to be going well.
Oh, very well, I'm sure.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we get to the latest and greatest?
Ooh, the $10 million lawsuits.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this up on the screen, you guys, so you guys can see it. We have redacted the personal information so that nobody's privacy is exposed here. So, can you see the screen? Um.
I have to mute my little phone.
Oh, you're fine.
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, because I know it takes a second for it to come up. Do you want to talk a little bit about this? Because actually, I mean, you know more about this than I do.
So they had been watching her for a while, her case, like her covering it. Now, Ray doesn't have a problem with anybody covering her case, like, or having an opinion or anything like that. You can think whatever you want to think happened to her son. Like, that's not the problem. The problem was when she started going into her signal chat, encouraging people to egg Ray's house and accusing Ray of killing another child, a teenager, or somebody who was one of her patients who overdosed on it.
Unbelievable. Okay, so Ray works in the mental health field
Mm-hmm.
and she's like a counselor,
I think
something like
something like
that.
that.
And
I'm
one
not
of her
really.
patients killed themselves, which I'm sure she was very upset about.
Mm-hmm. Or it was an overdose. I don't. It was probably an accidental overdose.
Right, right. But nonetheless, her patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Karen's using this as a way to hurt her.
Yeah, she's trying to say that she was the one who committed that murder too, but it was illegal
Mm.
street drugs. So
So was that
that's
pretty
not.
much, do you think that's what kind of tipped the scale for Ray to take some act.
Yeah, I think that and the whole, saying like charging for the autopsy photos.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I heard briefly about that. What?
Now, I did hear that she wasn't really charging for them, but you had to pay $10 to be in her signal chat. So in a way, she still was.
Okay, so she got her hands on autopsy photos that were not shared with the public.
No, they were already public.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay, I thought there was a couple that weren't.
I'm not sure about that.
I could have sworn that's what Kaylee said.
Somebody in chat can probably let us know.
Yeah, Kaylee's in chat. Kaylee, I thought that when Kaylee did a live, she said that, but at any rate, go ahead.
May is here, she can tell us for sure.
Mhm.
Should be.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I forgot what I was talking about now.
You were talking about the autopsy photos.
Oh, yeah. So it was $10 to get into her signal chat. So I mean, either way, she was still charging.
Yeah.
Like you can't get around that. That's still charging. Like it doesn't matter what you're talking about in that chat.
Yeah, so you had to pay to join her chat, and then she had these photos in there.
And they were very gruesome photos. Like I don't even know why anybody would want to see them, like at all. But
Yeah, like what was her point in showing those?
her point is to prove that Ray is a monster, as she has said multiple times, and that I don't even know her point of going after this. Like it's
But
bizarre.
this isn't the first victim she's gone after.
No, Shanann was.
Shanann, and she went after I don't know, that little girl. The little girl.
Oh yeah, Sophie.
Yeah. She called her a brat and all these horrible things.
Yep. I don't even understand her mindset anymore.
Okay, so Amy P said, I saw on another anti-CK channel, the ones she used weren't made public. They were blurred, but still heartbreaking and gruesome. It's intrusive. It's
I didn't know
intrusive.
that they weren't made public.
See, that's what I had heard. There was a few that weren't released with the ones that were made public. I think because they were, I don't know, probably so bad. But those were the ones she got her hands on those, I think, from a family member, is what I heard.
I'm not sure where she got them from. I know that one of her admins was the one really putting it together. Not gonna say names, but I'm sure everybody who's recently left knows.
Kaylee just said the family believes the people accused gave her a few photos that they only had access to and gave them to CK. The uncle gave them, and these ones never made it into the public file.
All right, she got them from the uncle from the two people she was talking to, from Jeannie. So yeah, she then got them from the uncle.
So in other words, she inserted herself in the middle of this dispute between Christian's friends and some extended family and Christian's mother.
For no reason.
Can you hang on? I gotta grab this call. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me? I was muted. Sorry. All I know about this case is that a boy died, a 20-something boy died, and the mother does not believe that it was a suicide. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all I know about it too. I mean, I do know that I talked to a couple of people, and I guess the forensics of the blood splatter kind of don't match up with it either. Like the body might have been moved, most likely.
Yeah, so there's obviously a reason why this mother
Yeah.
feels the way she does. And
There's
she's,
obviously something there that otherwise nobody would continue to take her case, you know,
well,
or like,
exactly. And let's not forget that this mother lost a child,
hmm
regardless of how it happened. This woman, Karen, has no compassion. None. None. She's not able to put herself in this woman's shoes and think, oh my God, what if that was my son?
I mean, she should be able to, considering that she really hasn't seen one of her sons, you know, like she should be able to have some type of compassion for that. Like,
I don't think the woman is capable of having compassion. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm
yeah.
saying that because I really believe that. She's mean. I
I
mean,
mean,
all the years we were friends, it was a very one-sided friendship because I would have to listen to her woes, but then when it came to listening to mine, it was like a half-assed listen. You know what I mean? She
mhm.
was always more important. Her issues were always more important. She's
It was the
very
same
self-centered.
thing too. If anything happened to me, like, you know, I had a bad day, it'd always be something was worse for her.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so when we're reading through this complaint, Christian Andriacchio, I hope I'm saying that right.
I think it's Andricio.
Andricio? Okay. So Christian Andricio is the case that Kay was covering. So it says at the top, this is a federal court case because it went across state lines. And the plaintiff is Ray, and the defendant is Karen, aka the critical K. Never thought I'd see this in black and white.
Right? For $10 million.
So they want a jury trial in this, and it says, comes now petitioner Ray, who files this complaint by and through the undersigned counsel as follows. And it says, one, plaintiff Ray, herein after plaintiff. Okay, so she is the mother of Christian. I'm just going to say Christian because I'm going to hack their name. Deceased, who died under suspicious circumstances on February 26, 2014. So this has been going on for many years. In Meridian, Mississippi, plaintiff has devoted the last 7 years trying to bring her son's killers to justice. Defendant Karen is a prominent, which I think they're giving her a little bit too much credit, prominent social media figure known to her followers as the Critical K. Defendant operates an internet webcast with over 17,000 subscribers in which she discusses numerous real crime stories from across the United States. One story involves the suspicious death of the plaintiff's son. Defendant believes that he committed suicide. Her webcasts expound upon her theories of the case. They're very detailed when they go into this part. The defendant has done more than simply express her opinions about what happened to Christian. On one occasion, the defendant accused the plaintiff of committing bribery, getting people drunk, and getting young people drunk. On another occasion, the defendant gave the impression to her audience that plaintiff, who is a mental health service provider, may have been responsible for the death of her son and another young man. Both sets of comments have defamed or painted plaintiff in a false light, therefore causing her to suffer injury to her reputation and or emotional damage. Ergo, she brings this suit against the defendant. Okay.
Supposed to be emailing me some audio of something.
Who is?
Somebody's emailing me some audio about this. Something she said of Ray.
Okay. Excuse me. So it says plaintiff is an adult resident citizen of blank. She may be served with process in this matter by and through the undersigned attorney whose current address is blank. Defendant is an adult resident citizen of the state of Michigan who may be served with process at blank. This court has subject matter jurisdiction under federal law pursuant to USC 1332 because complete diversity exists between the parties and because the amount in controversy is greater than 75,000, exclusive of interests and costs. This court has subject matter jurisdiction over this action under state law. Defendant is not a newspaper, a television station, or a radio station, nor is she a news reporting organization. Moreover, defendant is being sued for comments that she made during her online editorials, wherein she mixes false and or misleading statements with her opinions. Thus, no pre-suit notice is required. So in other words, I think what they're saying is that they want this jury trial to take place in Mississippi, not in Michigan, right?
I believe so. Did you just see in a chat, Kay just sent out an email, breaking notice that everyone's meeting in Discord.
Wait, what? Wait, say that again? I missed that.
Read the comments. It says, Kay just sent out email, breaking notice that everyone's meeting in Discord.
I do have a Discord, actually. Jennifer, I do, but I don't ever use it.
Now.
Casey's on me for doing Discord. She wants me to do Discords. I just don't know how to use it, but I do have one. If you want to find it, it's J's for Justice. She's probably going to stream what we're talking about, but whatever. She can listen to her own lawsuit, I guess.
She's probably going to say that I'm harassing her and harassing her family, yada, yada, yada. You know, same old, the way
same old shit, her excuses.
Oh, and what did she do? Oh, she sent out, so you know how I have a medical condition, like, that makes, like, I have the cyst, my stomach bloats sometimes. And she sent out the photo of me, like, I sent one photo to her when I was really, really bloated.
Mm-hmm.
She sent that to people and said, this is the real Emily. She's huge and fat.
You know, and what if, even if you did weigh 300 pounds?
What would it matter? I don't know.
But exactly, but why would it matter? Who talks about people like that? And it cracks me up because you just sent me these texts about me that I've never seen. And she said, all I like to do is make fun of people and rag on their looks.
Yet there she is saying, this is the real Emily. She's huge. Yeah, I'm real huge here. Taking up the whole screen.
Yeah. But even if you were, what I'm saying is like, it doesn't matter. And no grown woman should be body shaming anyone. I mean, how many times has she called me fat?
Especially, you know, I'm the same age as her eldest son. Like, she could literally be my mother.
Right. So really, she should be an example, and she's not. She's a horrible example. She really
I mean, you know, what does she think my dad is going to do? Is my dad going to ground me?
Right. Like, your dad's going to probably tell you, like he did.
Yeah, my dad was trolling her, and she was too stupid to realize.
Yeah, your dad's responses were pretty funny.
He's like, I have no idea where she is. I don't live with her. Never talked to her. Haven't seen her in forever.
Right. And she bought right into us funny.
Yeah, she did. Oh, yeah. She went live with it saying, oh, this is Emily's text. It proves that she's crazy.
Yeah. She likes to talk about how everybody's broke.
I thought you were crazy.
Oh, yeah. She made fun of my hair, my dreads.
Yeah, and a lot of, I mean, she told me she watched that beach video at least 20 to 25 times. Yeah, she's probably your biggest supporter.
That really, it's kind of scary, actually.
I'm literally kind of scared sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't live up there, to be honest.
Because of her, she had people call me with voicemails saying that they were going to either beat my ass or my daughters, bringing up my daughter and stuff, telling them to call CPS on me over fake claims of me being a sex worker.
Let's talk about CPS for a second. I can't ignore it because she's made a lot of false claims against me and said that I called CPS on her and had her son taken from her. And that is 100% false. 100% false. That never happened. I knew all about it because I was friends with her at the time.
I'm pretty
But
sure it was the neighbors that called.
it was definitely the neighbors. It was definitely the
That's what she
neighbors.
told me from her own mouth, was that it was the neighbor's son's mother who called.
Yeah. I don't want to go into detail about that, but I just want to say, I
I'm
want to
not
clear,
sure about that stuff, but you
I
know,
just want to clear the air and say I never called CPS on her. Never. Never.
she was going to call CPS on me, or she was going to have somebody else call CPS, because it's never her who does the dirty work. It's
Never.
all somebody else.
Right. So she can go live and say she didn't do anything
Yeah,
because
she
she
can
has
say, "Oh, I
people do it.
told them not to message you," but yet I literally have hundreds of messages from people saying, "Kay says this. Kay says shut the fuck up. Go eat another cheeseburger."
Yeah. Immature. But that's
It's
what
just
she does.
I never even contacted her. She says that I've contacted her daughter, her sons. She tried to also say that you remember Cast, one of the old mods and
Yes.
admins of ours. She tried to say that she left because she was terrified that I was harassing her daughter.
Mm.
And that's a total lie. I still talk to her on the daily. Like, she supports me. She supports my coffee, crime, and wine group. You know, like, that was, she removed Cass because she apologized for her bad, for, you know, stuff that she did to me and stuff that she said. Did I say mean stuff about Cass too? Yeah. We both apologized and moved on.
Like adults.
Just like me and you have too. We've had issues before.
Yep. Yep.
We're fine.
We're fine. We've been fine.
Yeah. I mean, I
Um,
was fine with you pretty much the entire time I still was with
I
Kay.
was too.
No issues.
I thought you made a big mistake by sticking around, but I knew one day you'd figure it out. Everybody
Yeah.
does.
I stuck around mainly because I knew what was going to happen, and I wanted to get all the screenshots I could. And I knew that if I stayed, I was the only one who would actually
You
share
did
them and
good.
come out.
You did good by saving what you did because this right here that we're going over right now is a result of all of her behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to read a comment from Casey to you. She said, "Hey, Emily, thanks for standing up for what is right. It's been exhausting, I'm sure."
Yeah. I literally am on like 15 different platforms every day with people messaging me. Although I have to say, I've gotten a lot of new friendships that I really like out of it, and a lot of old people that I haven't talked to for a while have come back and apologized as well. So that's been really nice.
Yeah, yeah, same happened with me too. I had a lot of people that came back in contact with me, and I'm like, I get
Yeah,
it.
it's really nice to see old people that you haven't talked to forever because they were brainwashed into thinking you were the devil.
Well, exactly. I get it. That's why I don't hold grudges against people because I know. I've lived it. Oh my God, I've lived it.
The manipulation tactic. She manipulates everybody. I'm doing this to her. I'm posting pictures of her kids. I mean, when I was talking to you the other day, I didn't even remember her kids' names.
Right, right,
You clearly see I don't even remember your kids' names.
right, right. Because you're not obsessed with people, that's why. Jennifer Mobley said, "I feel like Karen needs to learn the difference between what is legal and socially acceptable. Just because something is technically
Mhm.
legal does not mean it's okay." Exactly.
Right. I love you, Jennifer.
Yeah, and I know I was around, I was friends with her. I was living in Florida at the time, but I remember being on the phone with her and her talking about Jennifer and the things that were going on. And I mean, I know the version she told me, which is probably not the truth, but I remember that all going on. And I just remember telling her, like, it's so much easier to just get along with your daughter-in-law. Like, that's your son's wife now. Like, you
I'm
have
not gonna
to,
put that stuff out there, but what she did is just beyond
which
what
I
a
had
normal
no idea.
person does. Like, I don't even know the full extent of it. I don't even want to because it makes me sick even thinking of some of the stuff she's done. But it's just, it's not what you do to your child whatsoever. Just because you don't like the person they're dating.
Exactly. And because that person became his wife.
Yeah.
And you
My
can't take that kind of shit back, Karen.
Yeah, my parents didn't like my fiance for a while, but yet here we are. We all live.
Right, right. I mean, there comes a time where you just have to accept your
Yeah, and she
adult.
always wants to put me down for living with my parents. But you know what? I pay my rent. I have a whole new bed. I have a whole new bed set. I have a whole new TV. I take vacations. I have a brand new car. I work.
I know you've
I'm
always worked. I remember you work your ass off.
and it was not at Applebee's.
I don't even know where you worked, but I know
It
you
was,
worked your ass off.
I work at Ale House. Well,
I knew
I
you were a
was.
server, and I have much respect for servers. You guys work your tails off.
I used to bring in $1,200 a week.
I believe it. I
Top
believe it.
server. I mean, you used to see some of the receipts that would share. Like my sales would be my credit card tips alone, three or
Well,
$400 for
you're
one night.
cute. You're sweet. I mean, I'm sure, people love you at work.
I pretty much ran my job. Like
I believe it. I believe
I
you're
was
good at
the
what you do.
leader, I was the server leader. I did what I wanted.
And you know what? For her to even try to demean what you do, it just shows her lack of integrity as a person. Really.
As her word, let me read her last text to
Oh,
me.
which reminds me, she did call or had someone call my old job when I was still in Michigan too,
Yes, she did. I remember
to
that.
tell them what I do on YouTube or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
insane.
she
The
also
shit.
tried to say you stole a cake from there or something.
That what? Wait, what?
A cheesecake. You got fired for stealing a cheesecake.
Oh my God. Okay,
One of
so
the last text messages that I ever received from, well, first when she removed
let me
me
move
from,
this over so we can see us again. I'm gonna go back on camera, and then we will continue going through the thing. But I want to let you get all this out. Okay.
all right. So now she was trying to turn all the mods against each other. There was like this whole issue thing. And every time it was always somebody else. So like she got me paranoid thinking that it was everybody who was doing something to her. So I gave her my opinion and I said, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. I sent it to you in private because I didn't want to get everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
Next day, she removed me at like 2 o'clock. Didn't even send me a text or anything like that. So I send her a text and it just says LOL, okay, whatever, and a peace sign because I was done. She didn't realize that I created my group and that she could have kicked me out of there and she had a whole mental breakdown because
Because
I
she
had
didn't
my
have control over you anymore.
yeah, uh-huh. So then the next day at 11:30. Haven't texted her once. Emily, please, just at least don't allow bashing of me. People calling me ugly, I haven't done anything to deserve that. Please just leave me alone. Don't make it a competition. I still care about you, Cindy and Nicole. I haven't said one bad word about any of you. I had to do what I had to do in my mind to end the junior high BS. This person accusing this person disliking this person, former mods trying to get people on her side and to dislike me because she's not a mod anymore. I'm too old for this. I need to focus on writing and my life. Do your own thing and don't make it about trashing me. I replied and I said, stated multiple times the group is about true crime. There is no competition. I could care less about YouTube or who does what. Thought I made that pretty clear with my statement, and I've seen nobody trash you. She sent me two screenshots of texts that I didn't even, comments that I didn't even see in my group. Oh, my phone died, damn it. Go fucking figure. This is my life. Yet I'm
Go
over
get your
here
charger.
planning a giant,
Go get your
revenge.
charger. It's fine.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll keep up with chat. Let me read some of your guys' comments. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just insane. People like Kay give YouTube a bad name. She doesn't care about true crime. She just wants a platform to hear herself talk. Pretty much because her opinion is the only opinion that matters. And anytime that something happened with me, like the whole Lana fiasco, she just jumps on it. But I am so glad that Ray filed this lawsuit. And I don't know what will happen with it. I have no idea, but I do know that when you get served a federal lawsuit, you do have to respond to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the floor so I can stay with my charger. Okay. Sorry, we just moved, so my house is a mess.
Yeah, Jennifer, especially when she shared stuff from 2013 in chats out of context just because she hated me, then blames me for a grudge. It's like she does all this shit to people and then turns it around and twists it on you. Plays victim. Oh, Emily, don't let people call me ugly, even though I rag on everyone.
All right, I got the rest of it here. All right, let's go. Okay, go up, go up, go up. Because she sent so many texts. They're like freaking.
Yes, Laura, this is a civil lawsuit. Scarlett, fuck Lana. She's not even worth talking about. Just saying.
Also, Cindy is lying. All of the mods and admins agreed to contact with Nicole to allow her time to calm down and stop trying to manipulate everyone to her side. You sat in Discord and agreed with me and supported me. Cindy agreed and then didn't follow orders. Her choice. It's whatever.
Follow orders.
It's not the way she's trying to make it seem. You know the truth about the crazy shit Nicole did. And all I replied back was, I deleted the comment because whatever stupid comment she was mad about, somebody called her butt ugly. So I just replied, I didn't even engage in her crap. I just said, I deleted the comment. Now here we go. More text. Are you really going to do this, Emily? It's just all screenshots of just my group. And then didn't reply to any of those. Now we're on to February 27th at 3:10. You're laughing because you know you did this. You reported me. You sent the bag of dicks. You reported my main and let me think Nicole did it. You're a sick person. I go, if you really believe that, then I don't know what to say. First off, I don't even have a debit card to send anything online. And second, I've never reported any of your profiles. Stop. Just stop. I want nothing to do with you, your drama, or accusations. She continues, it's real funny my accounts are disabled, right, Emily? I can't believe how much time I wasted on you. The necklace, how hard I tried to trust you, and how hard I defended you against people who warned me you were a troll and a liar.
The necklace?
Yes, you really are.
Wait.
All I reply back is, I'm sorry that's how you feel. I've done nothing that you accused me of. Once again, I want nothing to do with you. Please just leave me alone. I wish you the best. Again, now we go on to 5:45 p.m. More text. Reporting Brittany for spam now? That's your favorite little tool, isn't it? You love to report people. Didn't reply. Now we are on to March 9th. Don't try to manipulate Liz anymore. You've got every ability to text me directly and apologize for taking pot shots at me. What I tell my Patreons about my feelings is not really your business or concern, so ask whoever it is to knock it off. I've got every right to express how hurt I am that you are taking cheap shots at me publicly, especially when they see it. You're not stupid. You know what you're doing. You know it'll get back to me and hurt me. Don't take low blows like that at me if you don't want a reaction. And it's absolutely 100% true how I feel. I feel sick and disgusted that I sent you anything, considering how conniving and backstabbing you've proven yourself to be. I literally tell her, if you're that upset, I'll send you the necklace back.
Did you send it back?
No. And now we're on to another day where she's sending me more messages. Now, come on, Emily. You were never told who you could watch. You barely were ever around. And yada, yada, yada. My inbox is flooded with you and Cindy going on and on about calling me cray-cray. And yes, I am upset about the sea glass. Clearly, it never meant shit to you. Because she has to cap one letter or one word and everything.
Damn it, Emily. You didn't appreciate the sea glass.
Still no reply.
Bitch.
And she sends more. More and more. Now we're on to March 25th. My, look what a busy beaver you are. I'm not scrolling and looking back and saving anything you've saved and typed like ever. Because guess what? I don't give the same fuck you give about me. This alone needs to be a wake-up call for you.
This chick's delusional, man.
Oh, yes. She called me delusional. Then she said, well, you admit what a troublemaking little brat you are. I know you want to. I go, I do not want anything to do with you. You keep sending me random shit. I haven't done shit to you, weirdo. Then, May 4th, she sends me a GIF. Don't know why. It's at 2:26. I'm assuming she's drunk. Um, then we're on to Saturday, September 26th, 2020. Emily, please, for the love of fucking Christ, get over me, you obsessive little. See you next Tuesday. I'm not gonna read that out loud because I don't know how YouTube is, but that's her last words.
Nice. She likes calling people brats, huh?
That's when I changed my number, so I don't know who she's been having harassed for the past year, but
So
she's been
she
just
doesn't
no
have your
call
new
to-
number?
She doesn't have my new number yet.
So I have some texts that I received that I can share here because she texted me. And then she had a bunch of people, I don't know any those people might be here. Um but a bunch of people from her crew were texting me and calling me saying, "You coward, Jay, call K right now." Da da da. I was like, "What?" But anyways, this was back in October of 2020 at 10:45 p.m. "Come on, you coward. Let's talk about what you have put my son through." And I never
What?
responded. Yeah, see?
Wait, you put her son through.
Yeah, I
Really?
didn't do anything. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even respond.
Oh, here, I got my dad's, the emails that she sent to my dad.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we'll go to 1st October 29th. You're her father, right? I'd like to speak with you. My dad goes, about Emily? And she goes, yes, please call me immediately. I would like to resolve this without legal action, but I'm prepared to go that route if she doesn't stop harassing me and my family. Now my dad's trolling her and goes, take the legal route. She's a deadbeat and deserves to be in jail. And he's like, there's nothing you can do, is what she says. He goes, I wish there was. I don't even talk to her. I don't know where she is. And then she goes, she would tell us she uses your PayPal. She gets money from you. She says her mom is a drunk but cares for her child. I can tell you she's doing sex stuff on camera. She's driving home with alcohol from work. My dad goes, I didn't think she worked.
And what'd she say?
She claims she works at Applebee's. Maybe that was a lie as well. What she's doing is despicable. My son is 29 and a wounded, and I'm gonna leave that part out. She put his childhood on blast online and accused me of, gonna leave that out. She doesn't even know him. I only knew her a year, but apparently trying to remove her from my life has caused her to behave in very bizarre and disgusting ways. Her harassment of me and my family never stops. It's day in and day out. Then my dad goes, I think she's mental. And then, this was just 3 days ago.
3 days ago. You guys, she's calling.
2021 at 1:12 p.m. Will you please help put me in touch with Christy? Now, my mom spells her name very differently, not the normal way. So, she spelt it the correct way, meaning she's researched me, clearly. Emily has not stopped cyber stalking and harassing me online. In fact, she's gotten worse. Please just help me get in touch with her mom. Doesn't she live with her mom? Doesn't she have a little girl she's supposed to be raising rather than trying to destroy my reputation and business? And my dad didn't reply.
Wait, she said you were destroying her reputation and her business?
Yes, I'm destroying her reputation and her business.
What business? Her YouTube?
Yeah, apparently.
She did that all on her own.
Right?
I just can't believe there's still people that follow her, to be honest. Okay, so I just got all these tweets of things that she said to Ray on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. She deleted that Twitter to try to hide. Like,
Yeah. I
so
can
that-
tell it's not an active account anymore.
It's all, everybody can.
I'm going to actually pull these up on my screen. Should we go through the court document first and then continue with this?
Let me listen.
1, 2.
I have some audio here of her talking about Ray if you want me to play that.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to send these to my computer so I can pull them up.
At all. I guess I would have made a good medical examiner because I can be extremely clinical. You know, I can compartmentalize. And it's probably why Dr. D and I got along so well. I mean, I kid you guys not. Like, we chatted for 2 hours. Like, we were old friends. And he invited me to come down there. He's like, as soon as COVID's over, I want you to come down. And He goes, that's disgusting. I was like, wow. I'm like, you're a grown man. I go, this really bothers you? He goes, yeah, I don't need to see that shit. I was like, yeah, see, it doesn't bother me. I'm quite, like, I want to use the word
Hold on,
cold.
Emily. Can you start that over? Because they couldn't hear it good. I got to move my mic.
All right.
Sorry.
Wait, tell me when you're ready.
Stop.
When should I play it?
You can go ahead and play it now. Should be good.
The pictures didn't bother me, like, at all. I guess I would have made a good medical examiner because I can be extremely clinical. You know, I can compartmentalize. And it's probably why Dr. D and I got along so well. I mean, I kid you guys not. Like, we chatted for 2 hours. Like, we were old friends. And he invited me to come down there. He's like, as soon as COVID's over, I want you to come down. And, and I mean, I guess that's just a part of who I am. I can detach when necessary. And I don't get very squeamish about stuff like that. So they don't really bother me, but they're pretty nasty. And my husband, I showed it to my husband, and my husband goes, ew, he goes, that's disgusting. I was like, wow. I'm like, you're a grown man. I go, this really bothers you? He goes, yeah, I don't need to see that shit. I was like, yeah, see, it doesn't bother me. I'm quite, like, I want to use the word cold, but I can be very clinical.
It's another one I haven't listened
No,
to.
she's cold. You ain't clinical. You're cold.
See,
Could you guys hear that okay? Let me know if you could hear it okay. You couldn't hear that audio at all?
Something on my end. I can share it later. Can they hear me?
No, it's not muted. Yeah, they can hear you. They said it was choppy. They couldn't understand it. It was in and
Yeah,
out.
probably I'm playing it from my phone onto the microphone,
Oh,
you know.
do you want to send it to me? I can play it.
Yeah.
Then
I'll
that
send
way it doesn't go through the mic like that. Is there 2 of them? Okay, can you guys hear me and hear Emily now? Because I want to make sure. Emily, say something.
I can never figure out how to do this crap.
Okay.
What's your
Sorry,
email?
I had an audio issue. That's why she sounds kind of distant. It's JAY number 4 and then justice@gmail.com.
Are you sure? Oh, wait, I'm a dumbass. I put at afterwards.
You can text it.
Yeah, I can't get it to save.
Mm.
J for justice. And
Thank you, whoever sent me these Twitter screenshots too.
I'm sent now.
You guys aren't going to believe the things. Oh,
Oh, shit. Everything from Signal.
hey Jason, this channel was dusted off tonight for this event. I haven't been on here in a long time.
She's trying to say that the emails to my dad were faked. That somebody used her. It was a fake email.
Because you're going to make up an email like that.
Yet it comes from kkdude2@gmail.com. Now tell me, how many kkdude2s can you have? I'm pretty sure you can only have one email of the same name.
And she's had that one forever.
Critical thinking plus civility equals winning. You're right, I faked that. It's got your picture right there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, your dad's awesome. It was Emily's dad, not my dad, that had those great responses.
Whoever sent me the signal stuff, I can't log into it. If you send it to me on Facebook.
She said the screenshots of her getting into Shanann's Twitter are fake also. So Emily, maybe you can tell me. I don't remember if you were still with her, but
I can go over the whole Twitter thing.
well, did she somehow or have someone bust into Shanann's Twitter?
The password was in the discovery.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I
She
did not
wanted pictures posted on there, you know, the pictures I'm talking about that she wanted shared on there. I told her that's revenge porn, that's illegal.
What pictures?
She wanted Frankie Jr.'s
Oh,
photo.
yeah. Okay.
She wanted that photo
She was
on
going to
there.
put it on Twitter?
She wanted to put it on Shanann's Twitter.
Wow. I did not know that.
I said no, like, no. Now, the 3 texts that she shows that prove it's me, I was out drinking and I was joking. I would never, ever put anybody's photos on that. When she told me later in the night, she's like, go ahead, do it. I just never replied. I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's 100% illegal, and that's
And
That's
not only
horrendous.
that, how hurtful, man. I mean,
right.
now, don't get me wrong.
She also
I have my
wanted
opinions on this, on
to
that
reply.
case. I have my opinions on that case. But doing something like that so personal, why would you put that photo that she should have never shared with anybody on his deceased sister's Twitter? I never knew that. That's fucking sick.
No. She says that I was the one who wanted to do it. I am the person who changed the email to a random email and deleted that email so nobody could ever access it again. Changed the password to I don't even remember the password. It was random numbers. Like,
See, you
I
guys,
just
this is the kind of shit that she does behind the scenes that you don't
I
see.
had to stop it because I knew that she was going to get in there and do something. The only way I could do that was I lied and I said, I forgot the email. I forgot the password. I'm sorry. But in reality, I
Because she would
deleted
have
it.
had someone else do it if you didn't do it.
She did have somebody post her pro-K petition on there. Remember
I saw
when she
that.
had
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see that.
that was not me. That person's no longer with K, but that was all Karen's doing. She
That
didn't
just makes me sick. You know, so
tell
this,
them it was under her request. I have the screenshot saying, "Can you please post this?" Like it wasn't.
didn't she send that photo out to like YouTubers too?
She sent it to Molly Golightly. She had me do that.
She knew exactly what Molly would do with that too.
Yep, and I have texts of her. She's like, I'm sitting here like a giddy little child waiting for her to see that picture.
I wish Frankie would have went after her legally as well.
I know, I know. Well, she says she's talking to Sandy
Who?
and Frankie.
I don't believe that for a second.
I have 100% proof it's fake because
I can't imagine those people would speak with her.
multiple times, and other people, like, she is not speaking with them. They will never speak with her.
I don't blame them. Would you?
No, I would never speak with her again either. I don't want
She
anything
sent
to
it
do
to
with
the Glarer too.
the glare.
Yeah, but people don't watch the Glarer. But like Molly Golightly, she at that time, man, she had like 1,000 in her chat.
Yeah, she was way bigger than anybody at that time. That's why she sent it to Molly Golightly. She wanted her to post it, and Molly
Why
sent an
would she
email
want to
back
do
saying,
that to Frankie?
"Okay, thanks for the photo."
Why would she want to do that to Frankie? What was
Because
her reason?
in her, she wanted to hurt him.
But why? She
Just
doesn't even
like
know him.
the stuff that she did with Mommy Ramblings when Mommy Ramblings' son died.
She did something to her too?
Yeah.
I don't know any of this. What did she do to her when her son died?
When her son died, MR was live and got a call, and it wasn't even about anything about her son. Like, like she was just live on YouTube, like she does. Like, that's her channel. Like, whatever, it's her blog. Who cares? I guess somebody was watching and told Kay, "Hey, Mommy Ramblings just got a call and her son just died." And then Kay said it was staged, it was fake, that it was obviously just for views, there was no way her son died, all this stuff, and it just,
I mean, this stuff isn't even funny. You know, that kind of stuff isn't even funny.
no, that was her kid. How can you even make fun of that, or even like say a single thing?
Because she has no compassion and no heart.
I do want to say, if anybody who is part of Mommy's Rambling team is watching or anything like that, I am sorry for the part that I had in Kay's thing there. I wasn't part of her team when her son died, so everything I've heard from that is just screenshots and
I
whatnot.
remember when that happened. Yeah.
I do remember, though, when they had a little argument before all of that, that I did say some things and comments towards her, so I am sorry for that, but
I mean, everybody said things, Emily, you know, but to take it that far, and it's just like she has no boundaries. She doesn't know when to stop. And I don't know, Shell, how does she have subscribers? Why do people watch her?
you know half of her subs are bots.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah, she bought bots.
I didn't know that.
You know how many people are in her lives? Like, okay, her last live that she had to talk about me and have a former mod on, she had 500 people. Before that, she only had 100.
Really?
Like, literally at least 6,000 or 7,000
How did you
subs.
know she buys subs? My husband's over here typing in chat she buys subs. I'm like, how do you know? I didn't even freaking know that. I have to say, I've never bought a sub. I've never bought a sub.
She bought bots. The same with, she was helped with her little Facebook page that she had bots used on that as well. I mean, that's whatever. Like, you know, like, but to do it on YouTube is a bit worse.
So she's
Facebook page,
faking
whatever.
her subs that actually watch her into thinking that she has more people that follow her than she actually does.
Yeah. Most of the people that follow her only follow her for the train wreck.
Well, that's what I always thought, but there are people that actually really
There are
support
some
her.
that she does have brainwashed. I don't know how she does it, but
So did she tell you she bought them? The subs?
yeah.
So she
Told me somebody helped her by using their knowledge of how to do that.
I was
by
gonna
boosting-
say who helped her, because I mean you don't have to name names, but I just figured someone would have had to help her because I did all the technical stuff. Like I
yeah,
did all the editing. All she did was show up and run her annoying trap. That's all she did.
First started Murder Rap Sesh, I had to find OBS. Like, I literally had to stalk through your old lives and old chats to see what
So you
used.
helped her in the beginning? You were one of them that...
I made all of her OBS, showed her how to do everything, add screenshots onto it, everything. I spent hours. She did nothing. She was too busy. She goes, I want you to be my partner. You're going to be my partner in all of this.
See, she doesn't do anything. All she does is go live, run her trap. She
I
does...
had to collect all the screenshots for her little things that she would show.
Yeah, I knew somebody was doing that for her because I knew she didn't know how to do anything.
No.
I had to do everything. I had to edit. I had to have all the recording stuff. I had to edit. Then I had to share it to all the different sites and figure all that out. And I paid for all of the platforms. That's why when I separated from her,
Daddy for a domain for her for Murder Rap Sesh for a year and built an entire website, and she changed the name to Critical K and told me to keep that she'll pay me back for that. I was charged what GoDaddy's like $12 a month or something.
Right,
I
you shouldn't have
kept
been
that
paying for
an entire
anything.
year, and I never got a penny back from her.
well, that's why I changed all the platforms that we had all our episodes on. When we separated, I changed the passwords because I was paying for them. My credit cards were in there. And before I changed the passwords, I texted her and I said, do you want these platforms? If you want them, put your credit card in because I'm taking them if you don't.
Really?
And she
'Cause
did.
told
She
me
said,
that
I can't.
you changed all the passwords and locked her out.
I
And she
did. Yeah, I
had no
did change
idea
them.
what was going on, and that you never even offered to give her a
No,
single.
not true. Not true at all. And I really thought giving her the Facebook group because I created the Facebook group.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, it was technically my group.
She created it.
But when
But I
we
know that you-
separated, I thought she would leave me the fuck alone if I gave her it, because there was like 20,000 people in there. I was like, God, if I take that group, she's never going to leave me alone. So I gave her the group of 20,000 people, and people that were, you know, working with me at that time, they're like, are you crazy? You gave her all those people you had in that group. I said, I just want her to leave me the fuck alone. But that didn't even work.
No, I mean, she was so mad that I kept my one little group. That it was a group I started for the Kelsey Barrett case. That she
I remember
wasn't
that. I
acting
remember
in
that.
forever. And she couldn't remove me from that because I created the group. It was my group.
Mm-hmm. Well, she
And
doesn't have control.
It's
That's
some Ask CK crap that nobody was even in anymore. She got so mad that I kept that group. She says I stole it from her.
yeah, just like I stole all the platforms that I paid for. But yeah, I did give her an opportunity. I said, put your credit card in there. She said, I can't. There was something going on at the time. I don't remember if she was like between jobs. Something was going on with her employment. And she said, I can't pay for that right now. And I said, sorry about it. But I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing without you. So I just continued to use those platforms.
See, she didn't even make it seem like that. She made it seem like you kicked her off like it was just this whole thing. You never offered her a single thing.
I shouldn't have offered her anything. I really didn't have to, because she texted me drunk, accusing me, calling me an asshole, saying that I sold things to Radar Online, or sold the podcast episode to Radar Online, when really Radar Online, all they had to do was go to our podcast and listen to it. They're not going to pay me for something that's public. But she was calling me an asshole, telling me that I destroyed her trust with the Watts family, and that I ruined everything because she was trying to gain their trust. That was her thing. So real quick, when we first started doing the podcast, the first episode was the bios of Chris and Shanann. And she gave me Shanann, and she had Chris. And I was like, fine, whatever. I didn't know anything about these people at that time. So she got in contact with a friend of Chris's sister, and I tried to get a hold of Frankie. This was before, everything was new. And I reached out to him and I just said, hey, we're doing this podcast. I just want to make sure I have, your the Shanann's info correct. I don't want to, give false information. So we're doing a bio. And he basically told me to go fuck myself. And I was like, fine, okay. So I pretty much had to go off just what was on social media. Well, she started to form this relationship with some of the Watts friends, and then was introduced to Cindy and Jamie, I think. But she started talking to them, and she told me, I want to build their trust. Because I wanted to also be a part of this and what she was finding out, because I was intrigued. We were partners, but I was left out of the whole Watts thing. And she said, no, I need to build trust with them because I want to meet Chris one day and I want to write a book.
Yeah, that's what she said at the very start, is that she's going to write the book on this. Yeah. That she's going to be the one to get Chris to talk.
Yes. So she was trying to gain trust. Mm-hmm.
Now, like the stuff that she would share that she got from the Watts too, she took out of context to make Shanann look bad.
Yeah. Yep.
There were photos that were taken of Chris's sister's kids in the pool, and she cut and spliced that text to make it look as if Shanann was, taking pictures of little boys.
Like inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
See, whose mind works that way? Whose mind works that way?
Somebody who wants to get clickbait and views and money. She literally saw a cash grab and she went for it.
I've never talked about any of this stuff because I just wanted her to leave me alone.
Me too. I never went live or did anything like that. Like I could have gone for so many times with all these screenshots I have and everything.
Me too.
I tried. For the first 6 months, 7, 8 months that I left, I tried to stay quiet, not say a word about it. We focused on our coffee, crime, and wine group on Facebook, and that's what we were doing, We didn't even... K is one of the keyword alerts in our group. So anytime if that's mentioned, we delete that comment. We tried to stay away, but she just...
She sucks you in.
emailing my dad in October. Like, I was out of her team for 6, 7 months at that point.
Yeah, I parted ways with her 2.5 years ago. But someone in chat is bugging about a question. Maggie Ardry says, is it true you messaged her for help in August? No, I didn't message her for help in August. For help with what? What would I need help from her with?
Oh, she tried to say that you messaged her. I remember this. The text message, she said that you messaged her for help paying her your cell phone bill or something, that you couldn't afford your cell phone bill, and that's why
When
you
was this?
I had to go through my screenshots. Like, this shit's old. Like, I just remember some.
I mean, like, I have not talked to her since November of 2018. So was it after that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, I don't know if the time frame that I was friends with her from when I was 22 to now, or to when we split, that I asked her for money. I don't know if I ever borrowed money at that time, but since we split,
made it seem like you texted her. I don't even think that it was a real number, because she texted back and it goes, "This number's not in service." And she goes, "Oh, that's why Jenny texted me, because she needed money to pay her cell phone bill." Well, if you text the number back and it's not in service, that looks like you set the number up and pretended it was you texting her, you know?
Yeah, weird.
Just like she makes fake profiles of other people and pretends to be them and makes comments and yada yada yada, and she's half the shit's fake that she does.
She's an asshole, for real. But anyways, I'm gonna answer. She says, no, help with your Watts Big Live. I was just asking because she shared the screenshots. Okay. No, I did text her. I'll show you guys. But it damn sure wasn't for help. I actually had an idea. I had an idea.
She's telling a different story right now.
I'm sure she is. I gave her a day to respond to me, because what I wanted to do during that whole Watts live that I did. No, I did text her. You guys, I did. And I didn't tell anybody. I didn't need to tell anybody. But she never replied to me, so I just moved on. But when I did the big Watts live, when I was doing the 24-hour thing, I wanted to bring back Murder Rap Sesh. I wanted to rejuvenate it. And I had this thought, because I didn't want any problems from her. I wanted to discuss it with her and tell her what my idea was and see what happened with it. I didn't want to partner with her. No, I didn't ask her for help, Maggie. That's what I said. I didn't ask her for help. This is what I said. Here we go. You want to see it, Maggie? It says, hey, I have a business proposition, kinda. Anyway, I'll wait till tomorrow at 4 to see if you hit me back. She didn't hit me back until September 1st. That was 4 days later. And I never replied. And then I got the come on, coward. See? See, Maggie? I have screenshots too. I don't delete my texts.
They're called receipts. We come with real receipts, guys.
No, I didn't. I didn't ask her for help. I was going to talk to her about bringing the Murder Rap Sesh old episodes back, and I had an idea of how I wanted to do it. And I thought maybe she could be mature about it, but because I didn't want to be friends with her, it was more like a business idea. And since her voice is on the Murder Rap Sesh, I thought it was the right thing to do was to ask her. I get it, Maggie. It's cool. You just asked like a bunch of times, but I have no problem answering questions. I'm not going to deny that I texted her that, but obviously she can't be mature about anything. So.
No, she can't. I mean, look how long this has been going on that she's been harassing me over, and I'm not even a creator. I don't have a YouTube channel. Like, I'm not a competition in her money-wise thing, you know? Like.
Right. Well, she just doesn't like that she doesn't have control over you, you know?
Yeah. She's mad that I've shared how she really is. Well, I'm sorry. You pushed me to that point.
Amy P, I agree.
It's not illegal to share texts that other people have sent you or group chat messages, as I'm supposed to be served as well.
Wait a minute. Thunder Be Lightning said, she said you wanted her to be the Lana, and that Lana was y'all's second choice after Kay. What? Lana concocted the whole Denver thing. That wasn't my idea. Lana included me. I didn't include Lana.
Is her name
That's
Lana or Lana? I don't know. Either way, she's crazy.
it's Lana, and she's crazy as fuck too. Thank you, Shell. Um, yeah, it's Lana, like banana. But no,
Yeah.
I didn't choose Lana, and she said y'all wanted her to team up with you. What? No. Mm-mm. She may have reached out to Lana, but I never talked to her about that, nor would I. Mm-mm. And the Watts wouldn't have wanted her around anyhow.
No, none of them want to speak with her. She doesn't know how, she's not an advocate. She doesn't do anything for people. She doesn't get stories out there. She makes up things in her own head, and that's how it has to be. If you don't agree with her and you don't agree with her opinion, then you're wrong and you got to get the fuck out.
Yep. Oh, you have to agree. So
You
so the ones that she likes are the ones that are very easy to manipulate and to scare, to intimidate. She's very intimidating, and I think that's how she gets people to stay. And then they see how she treats others and they're like, "Whoa, I don't want that." You know what I'm
Right?
saying? It's bullying.
Well, in her signal chat too, you have to give your phone number. So even if you leave, everybody still has your phone number.
Mm,
So now it's basically a trap because,
yep, that's how she keeps people loyal to her.
yeah, I mean, you're too scared to leave because you're going to get harassed. You don't want to change your phone number, like I had to, but
Right.
that's what she does to people. And it's gotten too far. And she's
It's
finally
gotta
getting,
stop. It's gotta stop.
I mean, that's not freedom of speech anymore. This is like harassment, bullying,
Yeah.
and verging on some single white female shit.
Oh,
Like,
Tammy said in her mind when you said business proposition, it was about the 35C, but that was back in August. I didn't even know Lana in August. I didn't meet Lana until December of 2020, the end of after Christmas. So there's no way that she was thinking in August it was a 35C that had to do with Lana, because Lana was not even a thing then. So she's a liar. Bye, Kaylee. Thanks for coming in.
is
She's a
she
friggin'
live
liar.
right now?
I think, I don't know. She must,
Can she even go live? Well,
I thought
I'm
she
sorry,
was in
if I'm
her
not talking to $10
Discord.
million lawsuit, I probably would not be online right now whatsoever.
Yeah, probably wouldn't either. Okay, so let's go back to the lawsuit. So page 3 is basically just talking about the residential, like they want to hold the jury trial in Mississippi. And that, I'm not going to read all that because it's just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. So here are the examples of what she's done. So number 11 is during her live webcast, the defendant interviewed Mississippi residents over the telephone about the Christian case. She has also conducted, wait, can you guys see this on your screen?
Finally uncharged my phone.
You should be able to see it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, John Crimes. I did. It made me smile. Thank you. He's like, I know your ass got my text. During her live webcast, the defendant interviewed Mississippi residents over the telephone about the Christian case. She has also conducted in-depth discussions about the official investigation file that was prepared by Mississippi law enforcement personnel. She has also directed messages to the plaintiff personally on her live webcast, such as this one, from on or about April 23rd, 2021. You're not ignoring me, Ray. I'm going to say this in my best Karen voice. You're not ignoring me, Ray. You are very well aware of me, and you know that I've taken up for Dylan and Whitley, and I am a force to be reckoned with. I am a powerball. You never met a motherfucker like me, Ray. Can you just hear it?
Yeah.
It makes my skin crawl just saying it like that. Thus, Mississippi is the focal point of defendant's discussions. Mississippi is where the plaintiff suffered harm. Mississippi is also where the defendant directed her comments, such as the one above. Defendant has had the requisite minimum contacts with the state of Mississippi to comply with the demands of constitutional due process. Therefore, this court has jurisdiction over the parties because each party has purposely availed itself of the jurisdiction of the state of Mississippi, and traditional notions of fair play would not be violated by this suit. And then down at the bottom, there's a note. It says Dylan and Whitley, non-parties to this action, were the last people to see Christian alive and were with him when he died. So she's interviewed these people that were friends of Christian's. I think they were friends. I don't even know if they were friends, but they were with him that night or day that he died. I don't know anything about the case, so I can't speak on that. But the defendant directed her comments to this judicial district where plaintiff lives, and the plaintiff suffered injury to her reputation and or emotional damage in this judicial district. Thus, a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claims alleged herein occurred in this judicial district. So therefore, this venue is appropriate in this court pursuant to 28 USC, da, da, da. Okay. So number 14. What,
I said I'm going to be Lana.
Holy fuck. I wasn't expecting that. All I saw in the corner of my eye was this Adidas hat. Oh my God, please put it on. Put your hair up. Put a coat on. Zip it up and down.
And just keep fumbling with it.
Yeah, just keep moving around. Move your hair.
Guys, this is what really happened.
I'm the hottest shit.
And you just want to see how Kim Kaufman comes into this. I actually do like myself in that.
Shit, Emily, you crack me up. Okay. Woo. All right. So, on or about March 21st, 2021, defendant interviewed Dylan about the events leading up to the death of Christian. During that webcast, defendant made the following statement about the plaintiff. First thing I want to say is if Ray wants to try this case on social media, as she has attempted to do since 2017, I am happy to oblige her, right? I am happy to oblige her. And until now, she has really dominated the narrative about this case via intimidation, bullying, and outright lies. Sounds like the pot calling the kettle black to me. And I sort of set the groundwork for that the other night. And I'm going to continue to lay the groundwork and continue to provide proof of the things that I claim that she has attempted to control the narrative via intimidation, bullying, lies, bribery, getting people drunk, getting young people drunk, etc., etc. And that is very troubling to me. But she has truly dominated the narrative, her and her family, her brother and her children. And it's time for the other side to have their say. It's time for the other side to have someone who takes up the mantle for them.
She's so crazy.
What the fuck? Signal has 150 people in there and only 15 talk. The rest are all spies.
The rest are probably
Karen,
just...
you are winning. You are really winning it now. Fucking bitch. Defendant's outrageous allegations about plaintiff in the above statement are false and defamatory. Specifically, but without limitation, plaintiff has not committed bribery, nor has she gotten people drunk, let alone young people. Plaintiff also denies intimidating and bullying people. On or about April 11th, 2021, defendant interviewed Dylan again along with Matt. These are relevant parts of the colloquy. Defendant, wasn't HM also treated by Ray? Matt, I don't know that. I don't know that. Karen, Dylan, was HM treated by Ray? Dylan, we know you were. Dylan, I was told through someone else at the time that it may have happened. I am not 100% sure, so I can't vouch for it. But I'm sure that there is somebody in my group that, if this is true, can vouch for it. Matt says, yep. Karen says, it seems to me that is something I have heard. It seems to me that is something that I have heard, that HM was also treated by Ray. And that is what I need people to understand. There is a whole host of young people here, specifically teenagers and young adults, who have been treated by Ray in this community via her workplace. They have been treated both counseling wise and medically by Ray. And some of these people who have been treated by her counseling wise and medically have gone on to be accused by her of being involved in this. This is how far her reach goes. Then Karen goes on to say, I really do believe that HM was treated by Ray. And HM is now dead with a drug overdose. And he was treated by Ray. He's dead also by self-harm. So she has a son that is dead by self-harm. And she has a patient who is dead by self-harm.
What
Karen,
a
you are a fucking lunatic. Seriously. Turn off the fucking computer. This is
I just got sent her
beyond.
entire signal chat. Ray must be really threatened by my message.
That's what she's saying?
Yes, this was in May. This was before.
Yeah. Ray looks really threatened.
Mm-hmm. They're all worked up today because the legal stuff isn't going Ray's way. She's losing inch by inch.
Disgusting. No, and Matt, you're right. You're right, Lexi. Matt and Dylan weren't touching it. They were like, I don't know. Like, I can't vouch for that. She doesn't even listen to the people she's interviewing that are involved in the situation.
Here she
still
says,
takes it a step
my
further.
opinion, she, meaning Ray, pushed Hayes over the edge. He already had problems, and then she did what she did.
She deserves this and so much more. Defendant's assertion that plaintiff's son had died of self-harm is false. Defendant's comments about HM, when juxtaposed against her false assertion that Christian dying from self-harm, leaves the false impression that plaintiff had somehow caused or contributed to their deaths. Now, who would ever do that? Defendant acted with actual malice when she made those comments. She also acted with reckless disregard for the truth, and that she knew or should have known that the allegations were false or unable to be proven. Plaintiff has suffered injury as a direct and proximate result of these statements.
I'm trying to find the one where she says even worse crap. I can never
There's
find
more.
it.
There's more examples. The preceding paragraphs are incorporated herein by reference as if fully copied in words and figures. Defendant published the above false and defamatory comments that have the capacity to injure plaintiff's reputation. These communications were not privileged. Defendant acted with actual malice, showing reckless disregard for the truth of the matter. Defendant published defamation that imputes to plaintiff conduct constituting a criminal offense involving moral turpitude and infamous punishment, and by imputing a want of integrity or capacity in the conduct of plaintiff's trade or business. Thus, plaintiff does not have to prove special harm. She was imputing responsibility for the death of an alleged patient. That's a pretty harsh accusation. It's a pretty harsh accusation. As a direct and proximate result of the defendant's defamation, plaintiff has suffered injury to her reputation and emotional distress. Therefore, defendant is liable to plaintiff for defamation.
Oh my gosh, there's
So this
much
kind of
crap.
goes on with like the legal stuff. Yep, and then here we go at the bottom. Wherefore, premises considered, the plaintiff prays for entry of a judgment against the defendant for compensatory and punitive damages in the aggregate amount of $10 million.
Every time I hear that, I just...
$10 million! Plus all costs, attorney's fees, and post-judgment interest, and for general relief. The plaintiff demands a jury trial. Respectfully submitted this the 4th day of June, 2021.
Oh my god, now I gotta plug my computer in. I'll be
I
back
just
again.
heard that. Heather Howard, I agree. This is what should happen when you come for a victim or his or her family. Maybe she will think twice before she opens her mouth again. Unfortunately, I don't think she will. Unfortunately, I don't think she will. She's making excuses. She's saying, what I'm doing is for the good of all creators. Karen, you're not a creator. All you do is create problems. You always have. You've always created problems for everyone that you surround yourself with. You're toxic. And I'm so glad that this woman is standing up to you. And that your daughter-in-law is standing up to you. Because when your own kid and his wife don't like you, you know you're an asshole.
Yay, I can charge my computer!
Yay! Good night, Mary.
Literally everything
What did
happened.
Cheryl say? Cheryl T. Auntie Cheryl. And then she went after Danielle Hallie and John Lorden demanding an apology. They wouldn't give her the time of day, but let's talk to her. It was amusing. I did remember she went after John Lorden. I don't know who Danielle is, but she thought she was gonna go after these creators and correct them. But yeah, I mean, this Ray lost her son. She's a grieving mother, regardless of how her son died. Who the hell do you think you are to talk to people like this?
She's just, I mean, literally, like, when she was harassing me, it was like the worst time of my life. Like, I mean, it was right when COVID started. I wasn't working anymore. You know, all the restaurants shut down. Me and my boyfriend of 5 years had broke up for 2 months, and I was getting Karen harassing me 24/7. Like, my admins literally had to text me in the morning to make sure I was okay, because like I was so depressed. And she's eventually gonna push somebody to some point, and it's not gonna end well.
Yes. Because you know what? The next thing that's going to happen is, like you said, someone's going to do something and then she's going to be responsible.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had to, what she was doing to me at that time, like, imagine, you know, going through a breakup and, like, I mean, we got back together, obviously, but, you
But
know,
you know
it's
what?
just
But
having
yeah, I
that
mean,
on
you
top
don't
of
know.
it.
You don't know what people's inner battles are, and
Mm-hmm. And she know I already had issues, like, you know, with, like, anxiety and stuff like that, so, like, there should have been no need to.
so she thought she would like play off that and use that against you. She knew your weaknesses.
Yes, and then just like the emails to my mom or to my dad, bringing up my mom, like, she knew stuff that, like, personal stuff that would.
And your parents aren't married anymore, right?
No, they are. We
Oh,
all
they
live
are
together.
married. Okay, I thought maybe they were divorced and she was trying to start some shit.
No, no, just me and my mom get in fights. You know,
But saying your mom's a drunk and all this stuff, just
yeah, it's just that's not like that's nobody's business or anything like
right.
that. Like,
No, it's not necessary. But she does that. She goes personal.
she goes after things that are personal. Like, my mom's not perfect. I'm not perfect. My dad's not perfect.
Nobody's perfect, but
Karen's not perfect.
Karen thinks that she's perfect, and I've got news for her. She's far from perfect. Oh, her Twitter post. Thank you, Brunch. Okay, so let's let me put them on the screen, I guess.
Her name is Karen. How ironic.
I know. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, her name's really Karen."
Yeah, it's really Karen. Oh, don't call her Karen, as she says. You know me. Hey.
Wouldn't want to upset her by calling her a real name. Okay, here is one. Wait, why isn't it? Hold up. These are disgusting. I'm just warning you guys. This is pretty bad. Okay, so she is apparently, her name in this account is, what is it? Fella Dong?
What?
Fella Dong. Justice for Christians says, if I were the goon squad, I would stop worrying about the special prosecutor, more worried about the new evidence given, blah, blah, blah. Fella Dong says, why did Christian's brother have to clean his own little brother's brain matter out of his bathroom?
What?
Fella Dong says, maybe if you post another GIF, I'll bring him back. Let me know how that turns out.
Wow. And that's Kay?
That's what they said.
That's so.
Yeah, I don't know. They said that's, wait, hang on. They sent me an email with it. Oh wait, they sent me another one. That is an alt account she is using, so it's not confirmed, but I've been told by a lot of people that it's her alt she was using to troll Ray.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, I got your audio.
Oh, you did?
I
The
did.
second one is the worst one.
So I should just play the first one first then?
Yeah, do the first one first. I gotta grab something quick while you play
Okay,
that.
no problem. I'll wait for you to get back. All right, so it's not confirmed that this is her account, I guess. Yeah, it sounds like shit she would say. Mm. Anyone who wants to see them, let me know and I can add you. Hey, Starlight. Look at you, still with a wrench. Fucking
Starlight. How are you today, Starlight?
Okay, are we ready to play this audio?
Go for it.
I'm going to try to put it through my computer so it doesn't cut out. All right. All right, this
Good.
is
Stay out of trouble, Marianne.
right. Okay, you ready?
The
Let's see.
audio
You
is gonna
guys,
be
you guys,
Karen.
yeah, what is the audio? Is it Karen talking about what?
Is her talking about the autopsy photos. And she even showed them to her husband. And she talks about that as well.
Okay.
The second one, she goes into real detail about it.
The pictures didn't bother me like at all. I guess I would have made a good medical examiner because I can be extremely clinical. You know, I can compartmentalize. And it's probably why Dr. D and I got along so well. I mean, I kid you guys not. Like, we chatted for 2 hours. Like, we were old friends. And he invited me to come down there. He's like, as soon as COVID's over, I want you to come down. And, you know, and I mean, I guess that's just a part of who I am. I can detach when necessary. And I don't get very squeamish about stuff like that. So they don't really bother me, but they're pretty nasty. And my husband, I showed him to my husband, and my husband goes, ew. He goes, that's disgusting. I was like, wow. I'm like, you're a grown man. I go, this really bothers you? He goes, yeah, I don't need to see that shit. I was like, yeah, see, it doesn't bother me. I'm quite like, I want to use the word cold, but I can be very clinical.
No, you're cold, bitch. That was the right word. You used the right word.
Now, the second one, she goes into details about the autopsy photos
Lord. Okay.
that are pretty.
All right, you guys, this is the second one.
Fair warning.
See, even those ones don't bother me. I'm like, and for those of you wondering, they do a, I don't know the medical term, but that whatever it is they do, they pull the scalp back. They cut it, I'm assuming, like a cantaloupe, and then they cut it. They pull the skin, the scalp and the skin over the face. It's the weirdest thing. They legit cut it like at the top of the head, and then or at the base of the neck possibly, and then they pull the whole scalp, and the whole face just comes right off your face. Like, your skin on your face is not attached really to, they just pull it right off. I mean, it comes right off. You know, I mean, I can see how they, you know, could do like face transplants, or I don't know if y'all ever saw that movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, like swapping faces with people. Like, it's the thing, like it could be done. And so that's in the bottom part of the autopsy. They pull all that scalp back so that they could get a better look at the trajectory of the bullet. So for any one of these moronic creators that say, well, there was an investigation done. Oh yeah, have a look at those grisly autopsy pics and tell me there wasn't an investigation done. Lisa Fuentes did her job. Period. Plain and simple.
Wow.
Yeah. We're filling the chat with carrots and
I saw that. I saw that. No, I mean, you guys, this is what she does. This is who she is. This is who she is. When she goes live and puts on this fake nice act, that's not her. This is her. She doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Mm-mm. I mean, look at what she said to my dad. Who says that to somebody's father?
Right.
I'm almost 30 years old.
Yeah, that's really gross.
And
It's
even
really
if I was a
gross.
sex worker, which I'm not, I'd probably be making a lot more fucking money.
Hey, even if you were, go M. No one would pay to watch her be a sex worker, that's for sure.
My friend's a therapist, and I was like, should I start an OnlyFans? And he's like, no, she'll be your biggest supporter there. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. She probably would be on there.
And she was laughing as she talked about it.
Like, it's funny that
That happened.
lost her child and that you're going to go over the autopsy photos and just discuss them like it's normal behavior.
Mm-mm.
It's okay. It's one thing to look at crimes, to cover them, to discuss them, and then you verge into a whole territory of like, you know, completely just inserting yourself into this crime to get attention, verging on illegal activity. You're not a police officer. You're not a detective. You're not an FBI agent. You're an armchair detective.
Oh, but she has a
like
cousin. She has a cousin that's an FBI agent
Oh, yeah, the pencil pusher.
that doesn't talk to her.
The pencil pusher who doesn't talk to her. He sits at a desk and pushes pencils and paper around, yada, yada, yada. But he's going to help take us all down. I'm going to be served. I've been waiting. Every time the doorbell rings, I run. I'm like, hell yeah, am I getting served today?
Jana Gibson said she reminds me of the reporters that release autopsy results before families know first.
But she's not even a reporter is the thing.
Right.
Like,
but
I run my crime groups. You do your thing. Like, we do not release anything that's told that we cannot release. Like, if we get a source who tells us, yes, you can release this, I have to stay anonymous.
Right.
But if it's something that's, like, there's a couple of cases. I'm doing the Tristan Bailey case right now. I know a lot of things on there that I cannot release because it's morally wrong.
Right. Right.
There's
and people aren't going to trust
you
know? Exactly. And why anybody would ever go on her program and expect...
Oh, the one time that she tried to call me out to come on her show, I think it was like probably about 3 months after I left. I told her, yeah, I'll come on your panel and we can discuss this like adults. You know, I'm not scared of her. Never have been. Mm-hmm. She's the one who has me blocked. I have nobody blocked. Tyler's dog ended up dying that morning, passed away in our bed. I told her later on that night when she wanted to do it, I was like, can we do this like next Thursday? I already thought it was like next week already. I didn't know she wanted to do it in 2 hours. I'm like, Tyler's dog died earlier. We're literally in the pool with my daughter right now. If I get on the phone right now, like, he's going to kill me. Like, he's upset. Like, can we do this another day? She's like, that's not an excuse. You're lying. I'm like, oh, would you like to see the dog's dead body? Still at the house. Like, you know, we couldn't get anybody to come pick it up.
Because nothing's more important than Karen and what Karen needs done.
She wanted to go live in 2 hours. And I was like, yo, I thought we were doing this next week, not in 2 hours.
Well, she wants to do it. It's just like that final episode of Murder Rap Sesh that we did where she had all the info wrong about Shanann being beat up and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I was on my way home from work at like 7 p.m. and she called me. I just got off the phone with Laura Norpley. We need to record right now. I was like, dude, I'm not even home. Like, I'm on my way home from work. She's like, oh my God, as soon as you get home, we have to record. Literally, I got home, recorded with her ass. Then I had to edit all of it. And she was up my ass the whole evening. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Yeah, thank you, Shell. I have freaking been quiet about all of this. I could have told you guys all this shit that her mom's married to her freaking cousin. I could have told you this 2.5 years ago. I don't do shit like that. But guess what? Enough is a freaking enough.
I haven't gone on any YouTube channels. You know that. Like I've
No.
I've never have I even talked to you about.
Never.
I haven't even talked to you since.
Never.
For months. Like we just started talking.
I have known this chick since high school. Just like she has stories about me from 20 some years ago. Don't think that I don't have stories about her. I just don't. I just have a little bit of class. I don't do that. I just don't do that. But you know what? The shit she's done with these victims and shit like that, like I can take it. It's fine. I don't give a shit what she thinks about me. She's nobody, really. She really is nobody. She has no friends. She has no real life friends because she can't keep them.
She only has Liz.
But that's not even a real life friend. Like she has no one that would call her up and say, hey, do you want to go out to lunch? She has no one who would want to go to lunch with her because she's a bitch. She's a bitch to people. She talks to people like they're stupid. She talks to you like you're beneath her. She's nothing special.
No, she's not.
Nothing special. Yes, her mom is married to her cousin.
Yeah. Cal is her.
It's her mom's cousin, but it was okay because they were too old to have kids when they got married, so they weren't going to have cousin kids.
It's still nasty, come on. I'm just saying, I think it's still nasty. You can do what you want. If you guys want to do that, you
know, her mom is, I'm going to say, her mom has always been very nice to me. I saw the text where you said earlier that her mom said that she was scared of me and worried about what I was going to do to her.
Yeah, and showing her protective orders against you and, like, so scared of you because you were coming after her.
If her mom believes that.
Stalking her house.
If her mom believes that, it's only because she's lied about stuff that she's saying I did.
She lies about stuff that I do to people. She tells everyone she's scared of me.
She talked about my deceased mother. Okay, let's go there for a minute. I haven't said shit about this girl, but she talked about my deceased mother.
You should read him the text that she said. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw and show who really Aaron is.
Here with the real text that she sends. They're not pretty. What does Jennifer claim about the books behind her? Anyone know? It's probably fake. And then she shares a photo of you with the backdrop or whatever the hell.
Yeah, when I had my books, it was like a freaking plastic backdrop.
Where'd the rest go? And then she goes, so I think I know where they came from. They're her mom's, and that's her mom's urn behind her. Those are her mom's books. I'm gonna keep your mom's name out of it. Blank was a bookkeeper.
Show the picture of what she's talking about, the backdrop.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a fake backdrop of a library of books, and then I had a lamp, and she's saying that's my mother's urn. Now, my mom is Catholic and was not cremated, so it would never be her urn. But I know she said some other nasty shit about my mom because it was sent to me. She's a piece of shit. She's just a piece of shit. And everybody needs to know this because this is the kind of shit she does. Someone who never went live about her, never told any of her deep, dark secrets, but she's going to go there with me.
Here's
and you're
one,
right.
Like, she messages your more than his own sister.
Yeah,
When
because she
did what
sends them
did
titty
last
pictures.
November, I turned to him and said, what the fuck is her problem?
She sent my brother pictures of her fucking cleavage. My brother is 60 years old. So yeah, Jeff
She
showed me the
sounds like
pictures,
you're going after her
Karen.
parents in these texts.
His wife saw the pictures too, Karen.
Here she goes. I am literally the life of the room. I make everyone laugh. My friends and coworkers, patients, and family. She is the one who does nothing but bitch. And then she goes on to let's compare husbands, as if we're going to compare husbands.
Oh,
of
now
you
we're
guys.
comparing husbands.
And
Okay.
now, remember, nobody is talking about you. This isn't a chat with 250 people where they're all discussing their own lives.
Yeah.
You know, just having fun. And here she comes on with some random crap that nobody cares about. And then she's saying you dragged her sister into it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen her sisters, I think, since the 90s. But okay.
Maybe Jennifer should shut up and listen. I plan to talk about what I... Wait, okay. Honestly, I wish everyone had love in their lives. It took me a long time to learn to appreciate him. She's talking about her husband.
Oh my God. I'm going to throw up. Appreciate him?
From an abusive home, and it took a long time to learn to trust. I plan to get into that in my journey. I plan to talk about what I put him through for many years and what I did to save my marriage and my home. Maybe Jennifer should shut up and listen.
Okay, so first of all, she has put her husband through a lot of shit. Okay, that I agree with. I do agree with that. She definitely has put him through a lot of shit. Her husband's very laid back, very easygoing, very easy to get along with. He's not aggressive like she's made him sound. I saw her thinking, oh, he threw my green screen and he threw this at me and he threw the remote. Yeah, why don't we talk about what you did before that happened, Karen? Because you're nothing but a big bitch to him, dude. Like, oh my God. Yeah, so my husband made a comment. He said maybe she can finally see her prison man that she was in love with.
Oh, right, the one.
The one that she was going to leave her husband for. She was going to divorce her husband and get with this death row inmate. He was in Terre Haute.
That's where my dad worked at that prison.
Really? He was on death row because he killed someone in a bank robbery or some shit. And then when he was in prison, he killed someone in prison, and that's what got him the death penalty. And then she found him on like Death Row Speaks or something. It used to be back in the 90s.
Jail inmate love letter things.
Yeah, it was like
a jail inmate.
Back in the 90s, there was like websites where you could write prisoner pen pals. It was like a thing, you know, because internet was kind of newish. And she started writing him, and then he started calling collect. And then eventually her husband saw the phone bill, all the collect calls. He saw the letters. She talked really bad about her husband to this guy, made him sound like this abusive asshole. And it was just, I can't believe he didn't divorce her then. But they had babies. So I figured that he was sticking around until those kids were grown.
Here's where he wants to compare husbands.
Hello, Starlight. I just got a DM that it was outed that Kay was behind the mommy rambling stuff. Is that true? Yes. Emily can tell you that, Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She says you got her fired from a job in 1996 because you threw her under the bus, pranking her friend, you know, in caps, because we got to capitalize something every time. That's the only way you know it's her. Her friend Heather, and I got the blame.
No, we did fuck around at that job. I mean, you're talking 96. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's a long ass time ago.
Dude, I was like,
my
I don't
poor
even know how old I
mom
was.
has been Googling PPOs and concealing carry license, sending me stuff daily. I just wish Jennifer would shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
But what is she talking about? I've never gone live and talked about, well, maybe I did once or twice. But what is she talking about?
Lashing out at me. She knows she's lost. My mom shouldn't even have to be thinking about her.
Hello, Starlight. Oh my God. Hello, Starlight got the blame for that mommy rambling stuff. She's fuming right now. Starlight, you want to call in? That's Erica says that. Damn, that's before I had a child. I know that was a long ass time ago. She went live in Patreon about mommy ramblings, not public. You were blamed for something else.
Okay, so what she did to Mommy Ramblings is Mommy Ramblings was live when her son died, or whenever she got the call about it. I was not part of her team at the time, so this is just, I had people in there who would, send me everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Kay mocked her, said some nasty things, said it was all staged, it was all fake for views. It's quite convenient how her husband was right there, or Jimmy, I don't even know if that's his name or not. That's just what I remember hearing, that Jimmy or somebody like that was right there to answer the phone. It's just so conveniently staged that she was live and got that call. She's like, I don't believe anything happened.
So was she also the one that called? Wasn't there something that happened with Mommy Ramblings, Starlight? That
Not like a CP. I don't.
no, that she got like a call from a number that was like her son's, or something weird happened to her. And I know that I thought Starlight was accused of doing that.
It was probably Kay.
Not getting swatted. I'm not talking about the SWAT, Gator. We're talking about when her
I
son
remember what
passed
you're
away.
talking about. It was a text off of her son's number, like you said, and it looked like it came from her son. So somebody had found her son's number and used a
And
fake.
hosed, yep, and hosed her to make her think that a text came from her son's phone.
Yeah.
I think you can probably figure out who did that.
She likes, I mean, she was trying to have people call welfare checks on me and CPS on me as well. I'm surprised I haven't been swatted yet by her.
They spoofed her
Maybe just
son's
'cause I didn't
number.
go live.
I will let her call in. Starlight, text me. Do you still have my number? She got a call from her son's number.
Mm. Sounds like something.
Marianne, I don't know if... Oh, yeah, I do. No, I don't have your number. Marianne T. Yeah, I do.
I can send her the
Okay.
thingy on
Oh,
Discord.
yeah, I got her now.
Okay.
Okay. Why are you talking about the glarer?
What?
John, the glarer is a douchebag too.
Karen had to buy his mic.
Is that why he has the same one as hers?
Yeah, it's her Patreon's money. That's what she uses it for her little trips and stuff like that. She has not upgraded any of her shows or anything that these people are paying for. You remember her like Shane and Michael interview?
Mm-mm. Oh,
with
Shane Carey?
Well, that one, she paid Shane, and then she also paid Michael to be interviewed by her.
She paid them?
Yes.
How much?
I don't know that. I have her statements from Patreon from the last month that I left. She was at $2,500 a month. But that was declining a lot, so I'm sure it's way down now.
Yeah, she's really low. Kina. No, I want Starlight to call in. I want her to be able to figure out what in the hell happened. Because she got accused hardcore, she said, of messing with Mommy Ramblings, and she was really upset. I remember she was super upset about that. She was really upset about that. Okay, so here... Uh-oh. What was that noise? Did I lose Emily? Her laptop died. And in the meantime, refused to allow anyone to help me after my crash. Wow. So she paid Shane Carey and I don't know who Michael is, apparently for interviews. Hey, Smokey P. To this day, Starlight still gets harassed about it. That's bullshit. That's why I'm glad we're doing this, because people need to know. Oh my gosh, am I like huge on the screen? I feel like I am. Robbie was accused too. Save Robbie. Shame on her. Life Rewinded. Shame on her for sitting and watching a small creator and an old mod who she never had issues with take the fall. I don't have proof she did it. I wasn't in her group. Aw, thanks, Brunch. Thanks, Beth. Karen says that my dreads are gross. I don't even know what she said. I know she made fun of my dreads. Hey, Karen. Fuck you. Come on, Starlight. Load up your Zoom. Get in here. No, Robbie would never do that. Robbie has never trolled anyone, as far as I know. $10 million. $10 million. So what do you guys think will happen with this lawsuit? What are your thoughts? I know you guys all think she deserves it. They did the Hello Starlight so dirty it was sickening. Yeah. Well, we'll get her story. Hi, figure skating coach. What's up? Who needs enemies when you have a Karen? Exactly. Yeah, her laptop died. Hey, Starlight.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you?
I haven't used Zoom in forever.
I know. I'm like the old person of YouTube.
Oh, whatever.
Zoom.
You're a boomer.
Yeah. So what's up? Tell me what happened with this whole mommy ramblings thing.
Okay, well, I had to like take a moment because my heart is like racing. If it's true, I don't know. I missed it. But somebody DM'd me about saying that Emily was talking about it, but I wasn't able to find the timestamp because you're live. So I don't know what was said before because I want to make sure.
Oh, okay. Because Emily said that mommy ramblings was live when her son died, and that Kay was saying it was faked. There's no way that happened. Her husband just happened to be there. It was all staged. And then I don't remember what else she said.
So she didn't
so
say,
no help. I have no help.
That she did anything.
Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, you have to wait for Emily to call back.
Somebody clipped it. I think Blue Sugar or somebody clipped it. Maybe they can send it to me.
I don't know why I don't remember. We've talked about so much shit, but I'm trying to remember because I know Mommy Rambling's got like phone calls or something.
I'll tell you what happened to me. Okay.
Yeah, tell your story, and then when Emily gets back on, we can straighten all that out.
Okay. So, I always liked Mommy Rambling's blog. I was a silent observer or whatever, and never had a bad thing to say about her until now. But so I wake up one morning with a bunch of text messages and DMs talking about to go read her community post. Now I'm sure I could find it in my phone somewhere, but it was bad. Okay, like it was really bad. She blamed me, saying the night before that. Okay, her son had. I don't know if it happened the day before that or the day before that, but she did those lives from in her bathroom, and I remember because I watched them.
Oh yes, I remember talking to you during this time. Yes,
and she while she's live on her phone, somebody kept calling, and she ended her stream, and then she ended up going back live because she had showed Jimmy, who is this from this number, and it looked familiar to her, where it was her son who had just passed away. It was his old cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
So she had accused me of spoofing his old cell phone number and making those calls. She said she had proof. There's no proof.
That it was you?
Yeah, and it was bad. Okay, so when I read that, I just like immediately panicked because she's got a lot of subs, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want her thinking I did some shit like that.
Right.
And they also blamed the RDA at the time, which is another story.
That's totally not that done.
I don't know how to spoof it.
To do that to a mother who just lost her son. I know you
Exactly. And so I was, freaking out because this woman's saying I did this horrible thing to her while she's, grieving and stuff. So I emailed back and forth with her a little bit, and then finally I was just like, can I just call and talk to you? So I did, and it was a little emotional, and by the time I hung up, I felt like, a relief, like, okay, now she hears what really, don't know what's going on, and she knows I didn't do it and all that.
Yeah.
And the next day was Mother's Day. And I woke up and everything was all right for a little while. And then I got a call saying that she was live. And she had tried to call me before that, but it was Mother's Day and I just couldn't bring myself to answer it. And she left me a really nasty message, told me I should be ashamed to call myself a mother on Mother's Day. But okay, whatever. So she did a live by the lake where she totally fucking just like ripped me apart. Save Robbie got the blame somehow too. And then RDA, yada yada.
Anna's back.
Hey, welcome
It really
back.
fucked me up though. Like that's what I can say that's besides, owning.
Oh God.
Yeah. That
Glycerine.
I almost would have chose the Oni thing because at least it happened. It was over with.
Yeah,
As far
yeah.
as just them showing up at my house. This like emotionally fucked me up because people believed it.
Yeah. And you actually have a heart.
Yeah, believe it or not.
So Emily, can you fill in the blanks here? Because I don't remember what she did to Mommy Ramblings.
Okay, she had a big issue with Mommy Ramblings at one point. I don't know. I guess over the Shanann stuff, the stuff she used to say about Shanann. Mommy Ramblings didn't like that. I do apologize because I did say some mean things to Mommy Ramblings in comment.
Oh, I did too, and I probably still will because I never got my apology or my proof. Sorry. She just brought me up yesterday again, this woman. Just saying.
See, I don't know anything like that about her. I just know that Kay had an issue with her, was sending everybody to go attack her, report her channels. Then when her son died, she mocked that and basically said that it was fake, it was all for views, that they did that on the live purposely so that they could get money.
But did she do something after that? Because wasn't there something that...
I don't know because I wasn't in her,
But you said something was said earlier though, because chat was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, she did get calls or texts or something.
You want to know my theory, my little theory? And it's so crazy because I really thought that she might have been involved in it. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so do you remember a creator that came around for a while named Misery?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well, him and Kay were buddies, right?
Yes.
And I was with RDA. You know who that is?
No.
Heard of them.
Okay. RDA and Jimmer, whatever, aka Misery Box.
Wait, is RDA Rabid Dog?
No, RDA is Ross Dog.
Okay.
And some other people who have followed Misery for years, and he is, not the greatest of person. So they were trying to out him because he was trying to come into the community. and he's not a good person at all. So they were like outing him. I met them. I was with them. So Misery, RDA hate each other. So
what I've heard about the Misery thing is that was all set up, that it's lies. That
what
we're
is
accusing him of being like a predator.
right? He was actually called a pedo. And
Yeah,
that's a
I think it was something like all he said was, "Oh, my sub base used to be 31 to 60-year-olds. Now it's 0 to 31," and people thought he
well. There
meant,
was a
like,
lot of things that he
kids.
did, like as far as with to these guys that are in the RDA, like they have personal stuff that have happened with him. It was just a big thing. Like they just go back and forth, and so when that happened, there was a lot of connections that like led me back to people that supported him. And yeah, Kay was one of the people. But okay, the crazy part, it's so hard to explain this shit if you like weren't there, I guess. But yeah.
But he came
But
up
Kay,
way back then when you were being.
when I was trying to figure it out, and because what happened was, okay, there's this channel called Dee Dee Dugan, and they have all these really stupid videos of me, and they were trying to make me look like a racist and this, that, and the other.
Okay, I recognize that last name, Dugan.
Oh, yeah, Dee Dee Dugan. They go by like 5 different names.
Geraldine.
I don't know. People have told me it's Egan. I don't know who Egan is. And then
There was a girl that Kay used to go after called Geraldine Dugan.
oh, another thing. RDA. Okay, does anyone remember making lemonade?
Oh God,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, she's actually was one of the first people to start calling out Misery, and so these guys just kind of naturally fell into her channel to help her with her crusade against Misery. Hold on, I had a point to that. Lyman and Kay absolutely hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
so that was, you know.
And that was all at the same time.
Misery stuff was coming out, and he went on Lyman's live or did something with Lyman, and then Kay was like, "Oh well, whatever's happening to Misery and Wendy or whoever those people were, like that's not our problem, yada yada yada." But yet she brought Misery into the
Yeah,
channel and
she
like
brought
brought
him.
it all out and like did all that stuff, and then when it's going down and he needs help, she runs away and pretends
She didn't do anything.
yeah.
Yep, typical. She has everyone do her shit and then she denies it.
No, yeah, I used to have to freaking sit there and literally go on people, like use my one alt that I have to like add people to sit there and look at screenshots and screenshot everything for her. It was bizarre. Like I don't even know how I got myself sucked into this.
Right?
Oh, like another weird thing is like I don't talk to Kay. We don't DM. Like she DM'd me one time when me and you, Jay, like were doing those panels, and you know, called it scripted or whatever. She called it fake drama or whatever. Like the last things, it was like us flipping each other off, and then like she messaged me out of the blue on 5/19 after that had happened with Mommy Ramblings, and was like, "Hello." I said, "Hi, what's up?" She said, "Was that you antagonizing Carolyn?" And then I'm like, "Hell no, you know, I'd never do that to anyone." Yada yada. But why would you even message me at all? We don't talk.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Have you guys seen the stuff posted in Discord?
I don't have Discord. You're gonna have to fill me in.
I'm asking if Jen says I can read them out here first
Yeah, go
before I
ahead.
read them.
Oh, Jen in chat.
Yeah.
Is she still here?
She just posted like
Yeah, she's here.
she's here. I'm not on chat.
Yeah, she's
I'm
here.
on like Discord because I'm on 16 different stupid platforms that everybody
Is
seems to message me off of.
he directing things at Jen on Discord?
No, there's messages between her and Karen that are pretty. that she just posted.
She's sharing them.
So in these messages that I'm just scanning over them, I'm going into like detail about how I didn't do this and yada yada. And I was like, what is your take on this, if you don't mind me asking? She said, laughing my ass off at her thinking he called her. I want to give you my opinion, but I'm scared you will plaster it and get me on my ass. Sorry, I guess I broke our agreement. Let's see. And she said, okay, I said I had questions about some stuff, and it was regarding misery. And she was like, what questions? Why social media addicted people grieve publicly and make spectacles of themselves? What's this Ross dog chat and who is in it? So then she starts asking me about RDA, which I would think she would know. She's friends with Misery, and it was a big deal. They're going back and forth. And she says MRB is disgusting. She makes me want to vomit. She disgraced herself and her son, in my opinion. And let's see what else. Oh, and then she starts talking about you. She's really obsessed with you. I'm just saying, Jill.
Who? Me or Emily?
Yeah, you.
Oh my God. I've heard so much just tonight that it scares me. It's gross. What'd she say about me?
She's a little obsessed.
What'd she say?
Let's see. Well, what do you think about Jennifer and her moronic monkey crew and all the lies they spewed yesterday? And I was like, I didn't even know what she was talking about.
My monkey crew?
Yeah, I was like, what lies? I don't know what you're talking about. She said Susan Morphew was dead and Barry was arrested. Again, another case I don't follow. So I'm like, oh.
God, she talks to everybody about me? Karen, get a life.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You definitely come up if she has a conversation.
Ugh, it's gross.
And everything's your fault.
We're her favorites, Jay.
It's
you
kind
know,
it's kind of
coronavirus,
disturbing.
everything, that's all us.
It's disturbing.
300 pounds, doing sex work on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Girls.
Fun.
Got an OnlyFans.
I wish I did. I'd probably
God.
make more money.
Let's not even talk about that site, please.
Yeah, just derail your whole life.
I didn't even know what that site was until Lana.
Until
I got to go ahead and read these. So.
Until
Our,
Lana came along.
K to her daughter-in-law. You calling us trash, I was upset. Understand, I was given that audio right around the time I had that conversation with people I assumed were friends. Nobody acted trashy around you. And then she goes, harassing my family, harassing the fuck out of my family was trashy as hell, Karen. We all agree. I have work to do. I suggest you sit down with Garrett and force him to start taking ownership. Yes, I was wrong to contact your mom. Very wrong. I have said sorry many times now. How many more times do I need to say it? I contacted your dad and I contacted your mom. Yes, I did. It was stupid.
So she was contacting her daughter-in-law's mother too?
Yes, and then there's more on here.
she's got a lot of time on her hands for
She
someone.
goes, you
Sweet,
do
wait,
realize
hang on, Emily. Emily, hang on one sec. Sweet
Yeah.
Crazy said, yo, Karen, pay me my money back. I know you're watching. Hi, Jay.
Sweet Crazy, I thought someone debunked that.
What money? I don't even know what this shit's
Oh
about.
no, Sweet Crazy.
Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Wait, what did they say?
She said that like
No,
she left.
pay me my money back. I know you're watching.
Yeah, she said that she left her Patreon, but was still getting charged. I don't know.
That happened to a couple of my admins. She did wait for my admin Brittany to renew her membership on Patreon, like to the first of the month, and then canceled her the next day, simply because she was in my group. So she does do that. She's done that to at
She
least 3
waited
or
for
4
her
other
to
people
pay
I
for the
know.
month and then booted her?
Yes, she waits for the payment to process, and go through. And then the next day kicks her out and says, it's because you did this, you're in Emily's group. All right, so back to this stuff. You do realize I could have dumped Garrett and dragged you to court, but instead I dropped charges and married him. She goes, I still have that hope. You had nothing to drag me to court. I did nothing illegal. You posed for pics with blank. He sent them to me. I sent them to Garrett. Not illegal. Embarrassing for you, but not illegal. And then she goes, and Jen, I'm not in any mess. I'm older and wiser now. I refuse to be dragged into this hell again with you. The twins have blocked G. I want nothing to do with either of you until you both can own your bullshit you've caused. This is not being put on me again because I repeated a lie told to me in a private chat. You've disparaged my mother and I can't tolerate that.
So this is her talking to her daughter-in-law about her son.
And here is Marsha, which is Karen's mother, sent a message to her daughter-in-law as well. Karen always has to involve someone, and G has usually been the one. She involved him when she was writing to that guy in prison. Told me and blamed too. We were disgusted by it. Finally, Ed found out. Ed's not mad at G because he said nothing that nothing physical ever happened, that he only texted people but never went. I can only take him at his word, I suppose. But I agree that she never should have involved him. It's what she does, and she is very good at manipulating and hurting people until they demand nothing to do with her. Well, she says they deems nothing to do with her. I think she means demand. I can't tell you how many times she's absolutely broken my heart over those kids. She's used them to hurt me. They are not good parents, but at least Ed is listening to me. Karen never does, never has, and never will. The boys tell me a lot. The house looks like a hoarder's house, and I know that makes G mad. I only tell you because, of course, she will look for ways to blame others. I believe a divorce is in order. That is her own mother speaking about her.
Oh.
Wow. So, okay, I wasn't lying about the prison love.
That was true.
Proves all that, and it also proves a lot of other stuff.
It sure does.
Which one's the prison boyfriend? G?
No, that's her son. The prison boyfriend's name was Shannon Agofsky. If you guys want to look him up, he was a death row inmate. He's in Terre Haute prison. And he has he has a great picture. He put it on his death row pen pal site, and he's got his feet on 2 cinder blocks, and he's doing the splits.
Oh, I've seen that picture. I know which one you're talking about.
Did you make a video about it?
I think so.
I thought you did one.
Yeah.
And then, she said that you had something with that Timothy McVeigh conspirator person.
I saw that. She posted the picture.
Yeah, but she blocked out herself. I saw the real one because it's all 3 of you guys in the picture. She just blocked herself out to make it look like it was just you guys.
Yeah, you know what? Someone sent me a picture, now that I'm thinking of it, of me. I was at a concert in 2016, I think. July of 2016 with 2 girlfriends from high school. We went to like this 90s revival tour. It's like Salt and Pepper or something. I can't even remember what it was. But anyways, I had a picture on my Facebook of me and my friend, and we were at this outdoor venue. And she literally photoshopped her freaking face next to me to make it look like we were there together. I'll show you the picture. Yes, I'll show you the picture.
What the fuck?
I was like, at first I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, where was that taken? Because I thought it maybe was me and her somewhere. And then I looked at it closer and I was like, oh my God, it's totally Photoshopped. Like,
Somebody suggests her mom get reprimanded for calling her by her given name. She yelled at Jeannie the other day for calling her Karen.
She talked to her mom like shit too.
Is her channel still up?
Yeah.
Oh,
for now, because she's taking up for all creators. She's doing it for all.
Yes, she's a martyr now. She's doing this for the good of all creators. What she's going through is for us, Starlight.
Yeah,
I feel liberated.
Isn't it great?
Oh, you feel great. She's doing this all for
such a great. I hope she writes a good monologue for the judge.
It'll take her 18 hours.
Yeah. She loves herself.
Okay, I'm looking for that photo because that really kind of freaked me out. I was like, who takes the time to do that?
Right?
I don't know. This girl fucking scares me, to be honest. She's fucking weird. Like, all this stuff I'm hearing tonight is just way more than I ever could have
Oh,
imagined.
she hadn't been peeping through your windows.
Well, I don't live near her anymore, thank God. I'm like
No,
1,200
she
miles
would
away.
have people. If she had somebody close, she would have went to your house.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
No, she really would have.
See, that's disturbing to me, seriously. Like, that's not
I'm
even...
glad I moved, changed my number. Good luck finding me.
Hold on, I gotta scroll back in this message to find that picture. But it was like in March or April of this year.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And she photoshopped herself into it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
What?
it's... And if you look, when you see it, like, her head is all huge. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
even match up. Like,
Makes me wonder what she used. I want to see it. I doubt it's
finding-
actually like the.
Is there an easier way? Okay, so if I go in Messenger, is there an easier way, like on your iPhone, how you can pull up all your pictures in your info? Or do you have to scroll back? Because it was sent on Messenger.
I think you
Facebook?
can- on
Yeah, on
Facebook
Facebook.
Messenger?
Uh-huh.
You can type in a keyword
Yeah. Type in like a concert
in the search.
at the very, very top.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, see, she used to think that if you removed her from her chats that you couldn't see anymore, you'd have to scroll the whole time. She just forgot there's a search feature.
It's not working. I search.
Oh, good lord!
I know. I see. I'm old. I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Okay, search concert.
I did, and it's not pulling up any of my
Hold
messages.
on.
Doesn't show anything.
Mm-mm. Can I search one specific message?
Do you know what chat it was in?
Yeah.
Can you go to that chat?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
or you can see the photos too. You can if you go to a chat, you click on the very top and then you click view photos and videos. And you can see every video and photo posted in there.
I don't see that. I have open Messenger. Do I have to open up view profile, emoji, nicknames? I don't have any of that. I hate Messenger. I really do.
Need Discord, see?
Oh my God. I don't even know how to work that shit. Casey has to walk me through it. I've got so much. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Yay!
I found it. Okay. Now I lost it. Son of a gun. Where'd it go? All right. Here it is. No, my head's all big. See, it doesn't look right. Here, I'll show you. You guys are going to laugh your asses off. At first, it fooled me, but then when I looked closer, I was like, wait a minute. When in the hell was I at Pine Knob with her? And I wasn't. Oh my God, I cannot get it to freaking pull up. All right, here we go. Hopefully this works. I think I need to go back to StreamYards. Okay. There it is. Okay. Now, she was not at this concert with me. That's a concert venue.
I can't see it.
I don't know if she photoshopped me into it. You'll be able to see it in a second when it
Oh, I see it.
updates.
There we go.
I don't know if she photoshopped me into the photo or herself. But
Wait, you were never there? What?
no, that's not real. That's definitely not. Look how big my head is. Like, I would not be that big if I was right
No,
behind
it
her.
does.
Like, that's so freaking
It's out
fake.
of yeah.
No, you can totally tell with the eyes too that how she faked that.
Yeah, why though?
Oh no.
No, I thought it was real at first too, Jason. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I looked and I was like, where in the hell was this?
Look
When
at the
was this
sides
taken?
of their heads.
Yeah,
Well,
that's.
no, I've never. I mean, I saw that picture. I just assumed it was real.
I feel like she was at that concert and photoshopped my head in there. Because
Yeah.
that's not even. My head would not be that
Do you
large.
see like kind of towards the bottom of your neck where it's gray?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
Oh
that
yeah, you can see there, and you can
it
also
looks
see
like
by
it
her
was
eyes.
there.
That's like where my head's cut off.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Looks like it to me.
And then you
Mm.
can see like on your like eyes there, like it's like kind of like just straight line, as if that's where that was cut off.
Yeah. Yep. I was sent that and someone sent it to me and said, "Oh, look what I found." And I was like, "Oh my God." I was thinking, "How old is that?" And then I took a second look. I'm like, "Wait a minute. I was not at that concert with her."
Mm-mm. Because there's other things too that you can tell. The top where your heads meet, like her hairline is blending into your hair.
Yeah, it's just totally
Yeah, she's a
unproportional for-
psychopath. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? And why?
I wonder who was really right there because she's covering somebody up who was
It was
really
probably Ed.
It probably was. I can't imagine she was out with anybody else. She doesn't have any friends.
I mean, yeah. Who's gonna go out with her?
But why did she put me in there? I wonder why she showed that. Like,
Because she wants to show everybody, like in her signals chat, she was showing pictures of you guys 20 years ago and like your kids playing together. It's like
This
I
is
don't
an
know why
older
she's
pic. I
showing your
agree with you
kids.
guys.
She doesn't need to be showing your kids
Yeah.
right, why show my kids? Why does she think people care?
because that's all she talks about.
You know what I
Because she
mean? Like,
cares.
You or me?
why does she? That's what I never understood. Like, she would go live and like talk about me and say all this shit. And I'm like, why does she think people want to constantly hear about me?
You're her favorite topic.
It's fucking weird. But this picture freaked me out. I was like, okay. Photoshop me and you psycho. I mean, that's
Right.
like scary, like stalker psycho shit.
I can't believe she photoshopped you.
Right?
She's just bitter she wasn't invited to Colorado.
She thought she was the first choice.
Dude, nobody wants anything to do with her. She said she's talking to the Rucheks, but that's a lie
Oh my
because
Yeah,
God. Give me a
right.
break.
I've already disproved that lie because she sent that to somebody last night saying that she was talking to them to have me charged for the Twitter thing and yada yada yada.
Let's go
but
back to my kids'
that's
pictures. What
all a lie because I speak to them.
What was she
I
showing
know
about my
somebody else
kids?
does.
What was she showing about my kids?
She was showing you guys 20 years ago, your kids playing together.
Oh, like
She
old
would
photos.
also show your middle son's, YouTube and mock that and yada yada yada.
Hmm.
It was just
She-
a constant thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
What
Do you
happened to
still
that
have
guy that used
screenshots
to
of
go
that?
up on her
be
panel?
careful. She's capable of wearing diapers to come get you, Jay.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
The guy that would go on her panel, he was like he wasn't Hispanic. I don't know what kind of accent he had.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember
Yeah,
his
what
name.
happened to
Who is
that
he,
dude?
Emily? That
Is it Louis?
Luke or something? Luke Duke or something?
Oh, Louis Leduc.
Who the hell is that?
That's we don't know. I don't know. He's just some weirdo. Like he did a whole 6-hour live about somebody else and crazy stuff about it. I don't know. I don't know. He lives in Mexico, I guess.
Shell said she didn't show her granddaughter ever, did she?
Did she?
Yes.
No, she didn't.
Yes.
It's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That
I've
was
seen your grandchild multiple times.
Wow.
I mean, she stalks your profile off of a fake one. She'll literally everything. I told you she watched that beach video. She said 20 times in a row.
Yeah. That's disturbing. That's fucked up.
And when your mom died, she had quite a bit to say about that.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. This chick has
There's just no shame, no morals, no nothing.
nothing.
She's like a sociopath. She's
Mhm.
more than a narcissist. I would say narcissist, but that's obvious. I think she's a sociopath.
It's really
She's
quite
both.
disturbing.
There's something seriously wrong. Oh, somebody says Kay is watching.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
God, I knew it. Kay, don't you come for me. Leave me alone.
Starlight. Leave me the fuck
For real.
alone.
Leave
You're
me
gonna
alone.
get hit
Karen,
up on
we'll start a class
Discord.
action lawsuit. Don't try us.
Yeah, I think I need to probably I didn't know she was sharing photos of my granddaughter and stuff. That's messed up. Hello, sunshine. Just joined. What is going on? Kay in the house. What?
What an interesting name.
Right?
Yeah.
With a light bulb. Hello, sunshine. Tammy said she was talking bad when your mom or dad died. I can't remember. It was recent. I was like, wow, she can't even be nice now. Yeah, my dad died 2 months ago.
Yeah,
That's
when your mom died, I was still
My mom
with her.
died 2
I
years
remember
ago.
she was saying that she bets you can't wait to cash in on that.
Oh, my God.
Wow, really?
And then, of course, she has to add, but I do feel bad for her, but she deserves all this.
That girl doesn't feel bad for anybody.
You know, she has to add in the little part to make it look like she's sympathetic, but then,
Oh, I didn't know your dad passed away, Jay. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah, right? Life.
I know it. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
But
oh
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
she's
anybody
definitely
who
in this live,
takes
Cheryl.
anybody who takes
There's
that
no way she
opportunity,
can't be. If it's me and Jay in here, she's literally glued to her phone right
she's
now. watching
salivating
this.
right now. Psycho.
Yeah, she's probably like flicking her bean right now to this.
Oh my god. Well,
Leave me
yeah.
alone,
I mean, I do
Kay.
have the paperwork. Like I told you, Emily. All I have to do is take that paperwork to the courthouse. It's all filled out. I've got several police reports on things she's done and said.
Hey, we live in the same state now. We can do a joint one.
Right? I mean, fucking ridiculous. Leave my kids out of it. Leave my granddaughter out of it. And leave
Just
her
like
alone.
talking about my daughter, like
Yeah,
saying
leave
stuff
those
about
kids
my
out of
daughter.
it,
Like,
dude.
why? My daughter is a spoiled child.
You're-
Like, she has a great life.
She needs to pay attention to her own children, is what she needs to do, and stop
Right.
giving
We
parental
all heard
advice.
about the
Said she
green
let
screen.
them
When she started
game
doing
as long as
parent
they want,
advice,
yada, yada, yada. That's good for them, apparently.
when she started doing her parental advice, I literally had to crack
God.
up because she literally would give her kids snacks and just let them, play video games for hours and hours. As long as they were out of her hair, she was fine. She didn't give a shit.
She had to write a monologue.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Yeah.
she can write a monologue on this
Hey.
lawsuit.
Okay, once you reach a certain age, you can't wear a tiara anymore. Just doesn't work.
No.
And a kazoo.
Yeah.
I'm sad I didn't get my kazoo. I was going to get one at the dollar store. But
I thought you
The peasants,
did.
you fucking peasants.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a peasant,
Anybody who
I'm a
would
fat
call
peasant,
their
three
Everyone's a
listeners-
peasant,
really
but
ugly. All the pictures you see on me online are fake, clearly.
Gator Girl said
Me.
she has 10 million reasons to shut the fuck up.
I can't believe 10 million.
10 million!
Wow.
10 million. I
What
love you,
family
Tina.
is
Boat, Ray's boat now?
Hmm?
Should we name Kay's new boat Ray's boat? It's about to be.
Right?
Who is suing her? Because I'm trying to catch up on all this.
Oh.
Ray Andricio? I believe that's how you say the last
You
name.
ever heard of the
Who's
Christian and I say Andrachio, but it's Andricio?
Yes, Andricio.
You ever heard of that case, Starlight?
No.
It's Christian Andricio is Ray's son, and there's a discrepancy on if it was a suicide or a murder.
Mm-hmm.
And Kay took it to a level of not just covering it, but a level of defaming Ray, blaming Ray for
Oh.
another kid's death when Ray literally didn't even have anything to do with her own child's death. She wasn't even there.
think there's some other YouTubers doing that kind of stuff too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. Take a grieving mother. It's just like the mommy. That's why I think it screams that she was behind the mommy ramblings thing, because she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't have
goes
She
compassion.
wasn't.
after
She,
mother specifically. It's like a very
yeah.
she has like a set of people she goes after, and they all look like Shanina. Like honestly,
What?
like look at you, look at me, mommy ramblings, Jen, all brunettes, all
She is a
like
psycho.
some weird thing.
You can't have my kids, Kay.
Yeah. I mean,
She wanted me to come live with her. She said that she was going to
What?
kick Ed out and
What?
have me come live with her.
wait, what? She said what?
She wanted me to live with her. She said she was going to kick Edwin out and have me move in with her. I mean, I'm sure it was just a joke, but still kind of creepy.
She's always talked about
Whole
kicking
family
Edwin
here,
out,
so
but she needs Edwin's money, especially
yeah.
since Edwin landed the better job at GM a few years back.
well, last I heard, he's just waiting until
Yeah,
you know.
and I will shake his hand the day he leaves her. She is awful to him.
Now,
Awful.
I'm gonna throw
Not
out.
many years left.
What, Starlight?
I'm gonna throw out.
Are you peace
is,
out?
That okay? So we don't have definitive proof that it was Kay that made those calls or anything.
No,
like
we
that.
don't.
But, Carolyn, maybe you need to start looking in a different direction. Leave my name out of your mouth and your conspiracies. Okay. You're looking in the wrong place. You know what else? I just remembered this. Okay. When I talked to Mommy Ramblings on the phone that day, one of the first things I asked her was, do you know who Misery is? And she said, oh yeah, James, which everyone knows it's his first name, but she referred to him by his first name. So she had been, and she told me like she's talked to him on the phone and stuff. This guy is a horrible person. I'm sorry. Don't come for me, Misery. But he is. And there's a lot of people that do bad things for him. There was a troll out there named Cluck Norris. He came onto Lyman's panel with a gun, like a big gun. He has like hopped on people's stream yards and said that me and him fucked Mommy Ramblings up real good. And I don't know who the fuck that is. But I bet Kay does. Kay, I think you know all these people. It's
Funny how she's
in some
connected.
way.
Yeah, funny how she's connected to them.
And she also used that Granny Fanny guy.
What
That's,
about Granny
the
Fanny?
doc people?
The what?
That Granny Fanny.
Oh, who's that?
That was somebody who was helping her, who claimed that he could get doxes and stuff, and he was sending her people's information. Like whoever somebody named Artista was on YouTube. She's so worried about YouTube comments. Like we had to delete any bad YouTube comments about her right away. And she wanted those people's information and like to find out who they were. And I mean, like she wanted Carolyn's information from Mommy Ramblings. And she says, I want her scared. I want her shitting herself.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
Listen up, Mommy Ramblings.
I have the screenshots.
There you go.
Gretchen said, remember when she went to Kiwi Farms and was showing her feet for docs? I think she showed more than her feet.
Yeah, she did. She showed more than her feet because she wanted somebody's docs. And she ended
showed
up
her
getting
tits,
herself
right?
doxed.
She showed her tits?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. To who? To who?
To random strangers online,
Some
just so that
messages.
she could
I
get
bet it got
information.
dirty in that Discord of hers.
It did. I stayed out of the Discord thing. I don't.
I
Sounds like she likes
Discord,
to
but I don't
drum
use it
up
for
trouble
creepy
in those.
shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the ex's Discord.
Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say you're that Emily, right? Because I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh,
Miss
also
one that's, harassing her forever and harassing her family, who's on here clearly saying I'm not.
She showed Casey. Casey said she showed her hairy ass.
hello, sunshine. Yeah, she's not for everyone. She's not for me.
Who?
Mommy
Oh.
ramblings. Yeah. Sorry, I have a little.
Granny Fanny wasn't a Russian. Granny Fanny is actually a guy from New York.
I always thought Granny Fanny was the glare for some reason.
No,
They sound alike.
he's a garbage truck driver.
Mm. He's got
Yeah.
a very distinct voice.
No experience in that. The voice he uses a voice changer.
Okay.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All the people that he puts on there, like the Russian person, they're all fake too. That's all just him in another voice.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so I am not a doxer. I don't look people up. I just am not that invested on, to look people up. But Kay would come randomly, like one of the last times she came into my DMs, she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey." She said, "Hey, I need some assistance. What do you know of Wicked Witch, aka I don't want to say this person's name because it's their real name, who I don't have a clue who the fuck that is. She's Will's top admin / wrench. Oh, and I recently connected her to some crazies who harassed me, and she sent me some screenshots, some Facebook screenshots, and I'm just like, I would need to ask around because I don't know." And she just said, "Yes, they're also working. Someone's working on it. I'm also going to see what Trent can find." I don't know who Trent is.
Trent Bolt. Or Trent,
What?
not Trent Bolt, Trent Cable. Trent Bolt
I
was
still don't
Bolt.
know who that is.
Trent Cable, he was from the Accused group. He's part of like
Oh,
mm,
He's not
Roger
on it
and
anymore.
John Riches and all them.
I don't think
I'll
Trent's
go
around
back.
anymore.
Hmm?
I don't think Trent is around at all anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he had a falling out with
Trent
all of them. Go figure, but
Casey. I said Trent Bolt.
I know. I was like, what? Really? Keep in contact with Trent Bolt?
Oh, fuck, I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, I thought it was funny when that, whatever, your vacation in Colorado. But then when y'all got back, she was like so eager to pounce on Lana or whatever her name is. And she had her on that panel, and all she did was question her about you.
I watched
weird.
the Lana stuff.
It was weird.
I watched the Lana stuff, and I was like, she was like, okay, so you went to Denver and you did all that. Okay, let's go back to Jennifer. What did Jennifer go to Denver for?
why?
Oh, Jennifer fucked everything up? Oh, Jennifer? God, she's a fucking psycho.
She got mad when people would call you Jay.
I know.
For real. That's not her name. It's Jennifer.
It's her gamer
Well, we
name.
don't call her Kay. She's Karen.
Right,
Yeah.
just like my name's not Jay, her name isn't Kay.
See, I guess it's better to be a boomer than a Karen.
Right?
It's better to use Zoom than be a Karen.
Mm-hmm.
She
At
wanted me
least
to
you're
like
not getting
Lana so
sued for
bad.
$10
I was
million.
like, no. Wait,
That's
can't.
insane.
Wait, what?
I said, at least you're not getting sued for $10 million.
$10 million. 10 million.
Damn.
A federal lawsuit. So at the very
She can
least,
represent
she has
her
to get a
own
lawyer
self.
to respond, right?
She has to get a lawyer to respond.
She does. She can represent herself, but that's not going to end well for her. She's going to have to pay a law. So this is what I personally feel happened. Kay's going to have to spend a couple of grand to get a decent lawyer. She'll probably have to put up something as an asset because she doesn't really have much, And their lawyer's going to ask for the case to be dropped. And I think Ray may oblige if Karen does not continue what she's doing and drop the lawsuit. But as of today, Karen is still...
It doesn't look like Karen is gonna.
It doesn't look like she's gonna stop trying to fight it. So in that case, she's gonna lose.
She's gonna be the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Kimmy C said that's why she's begging for new Patreons on her community
I saw
post.
that.
She has a PayPal set up today. Shut Emily up PayPal.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
she has people donating, or had them at one point, to shut me up. She couldn't start a GoFundMe because that would be illegal.
So people are paying her for her not to do anything? Because, I mean, how the fuck is she going to shut you up?
She wanted a lawyer.
She's going to sue me, apparently, for
Okay.
releasing group chat text messages.
Yeah, that sounds like yeah. You know, these cops don't have anything better to do. So,
Going to get very
better lock the doors.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. Come on.
And I live in a different state. She said she's getting a PPO against me, too. I live in Florida as well with Les J. Like, I don't live anywhere near her.
I don't either, but I'm going to get a
blocked.
PPO on her ass because you're right. She would drive a damn get in a diaper and drive down here. She's nuts. I would say Ray should make the stipulations no more YouTube. No more YouTube. YouTube, bye-bye.
I think he did when he got that green screen and, you know, went to town on it.
Oh, her husband?
Oh, wait, I thought you were talking about her husband.
No. Somehow.
Because I figured he would be ripping the modem out of the wall by now.
Yeah, you know what she said about to the victim of the boy who's dead, whose mom? She said, "You never met a motherfucker quite like me, Ray."
I'm a power bomb. I'm a
power
force to be
ball.
reckoned with.
Yeah. No, you're a bitch. That's what you are. You're just a plain old bitch. And you're getting worse with the years. I mean, this girl's been psycho since high school. Okay, so, like, we were in high school together. We were not friends. I didn't like her in high school because she dated my best friend's brother, and my best friend hated her. For good reason. She was a bitch. So, anyways, we weren't friends in high school. We didn't catch up until, like, later, like 3 years after high school. And it was like a chance encounter. She called the wrong number, and it was my house. That's what she said anyway. Now I'm thinking about it. Was it? But I came home one day.
No, it wasn't. She clearly stalked your house and found your number.
I came home one day and saw her name on my caller ID. And I was like, oh my God, is that the Karen Meyer from high school? So I called the number back, and it was her. And we started chatting, and we talked like 4 hours that first day. And she was telling me about her son. He was like 3 or 4. And we kind of got caught up, and I had just had my first son. And I was 22 years old. And that was how we caught back up. But anyways, reverse to high school. So she was like really crazy in high school. And she would wear like these combat boots and like, you know, like
Like
big
Doc Martens, but taller.
Yes. Like the, what do you call
Like
those?
the Timberlands?
No, they were like combat boots, like actual combat boots. So she
Like
would wear
the
these.
Columbine type combat
That's
boots.
what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking 1989, probably 1989. So she gets in trouble for something, and she's in the office getting whatever, reprimanded or whatever. She gets pissed off, and she, like, our high school had like windows. The whole front office was all windows. And she put her fucking boot through the damn window in the office. She kicked out the window that had like that stuff in there so it doesn't like go everywhere. You know, it has those like wires in there.
Yeah.
Literally kicked the shit and broke the glass. Then she got expelled, and that was when she moved out of her dad's house into California with her mother, where she started doing crank. I don't even know what crank is, but she started doing crank. And is it meth?
Yeah. She told me that
she started doing that, blah, 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 had her first son, then moved back to Michigan and got her shit together. So that was when I met her, was when she moved back from California. So that was how I became friends with her. But no joke. No joke. She's always been a loose cannon. And I guess I was friends with her for so long. I don't know how I did it. People are like, how'd you put up with it? But like, I was kind of more of a doormat then. You know, I was younger, and I really wasn't very outspoken or anything like that. So I just kind of blew it off, you know? Because, I mean, we did have good times. We did have fun together. It wasn't like our friendship then was like horrible all the time. So when those things, when she was a bitch, I would blow it off.
Was fun. We had fun at the beginning of our group. Like, you know,
right.
It was like normal at first. Like, we were like,
we had a lot of fun
here and there. Like, it wasn't anything serious though.
When she would do her crazy shit and be a bitch, I would get, I'd get upset with her and then she'd be like, I'm sorry, whatever. And then I just blow it off. But she's gotten worse over the years with what she does and says to people. And now to see her at odds still after with her own son and his wife, that's pretty bad.
I mean, look at the stuff that her own mother said about her.
Yeah. Can you read that again? Because I didn't hear it all.
Ooh,
Would you mind
I
reading that
didn't
again?
hear it.
Of course.
Because I didn't realize all of that was her mother. I thought they were going back and forth, so I didn't.
Nope, this is all from Marsha.
Marsha. Her mom's a nice
thank
lady.
you for saying that. I needed somebody to say that.
Her mom
'cause
is a
I'm
nice
Brady
lady.
Bunch
Like,
fan.
I would never bash her mom. Why would I bash her mom? You know what I mean? Like,
Someone saying that?
So this is what her mother said to her daughter-in-law. Karen always has to involve someone, and Garrett has usually been the one. She involved him when she was writing to that guy in prison. Told me and blank too. We were disgusted by it. Finally, Ed found out. Ed's not mad at Garrett because he said that nothing physical ever happened, that he only texted people but never went. I can only take him at his word, I suppose, but I agree that she should have never involved him. It's what she does, and she is very good at manipulating and hurting people until they demand nothing to do with her. I can't tell you how many times she's absolutely broken my heart over those kids. She used them to hurt me. They are not good parents, but at least Ed is listening to me. Karen never does, never has, and never will. The boys tell me a lot. The house looks like a hoarder's house, and I know that makes Garrett mad. I only tell you because of course she will look for ways to blame others. I believe a divorce is in order.
and she's talking about Karen and her husband.
Yes, that is Marsha.
Her house looks like a
Karen's
hoarder's
mom.
house.
Yeah, this was in 2016 is when that message was sent.
Mm.
And that's what she had to say about Karen back then.
Wow, her own
Karen
mom.
hasn't got any better.
That was her mother or
Yeah, her
mother-in-law?
dad doesn't speak
That was
to
her
her.
mother.
Her dad, has she ever told you about her dad? He doesn't talk to her either. Neither does her brother.
She said that her dad is out of her life by her choice, that he is abusive and that he is abusive towards her children and stuff like that. I don't know if any of that's true because half of everything she said is a lie.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Did you ever hear her tell the story when she said she went to Lake Michigan and gave herself to the gods or something
What?
and wanted them to present her with her, was it a native name? It was just weird. I don't know.
Oh, I remember when she went on that trip and then she said that she was had found this spirit animal thing or
Yes.
something. Yeah,
I don't know anything about this.
During the Harley Dilly case, she said that she was going to denounce atheism and support Christianity if he was found alive.
What?
I,
She went through this whole religious thing when I was friends with her in the early 2000s. She refused to put up a Christmas tree because it was pagan.
Oh.
she's an atheist now.
Oh, well, she was big time, like, no Easter Bunny, no Santa Claus, no Christmas trees.
Yeah,
all
that's
this
like
shit.
some Seventh-day Adventist and very old school.
It was like Jehovah Witness.
It was really extreme.
I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and that's what they do as well. It's more following the Old Testament of things. Some like a lot of religions are split into, they either follow the Old Testament and the New Testament combined, or some of the very old school ones just go with the Old Testament.
Brandon
So-
Dover wants to know if she was Jewish for a decade, like she's claimed. She claimed that. That
Yes,
was
she
probably,
did say she was Jewish for a decade.
That's probably
She's
when
done
she
everything.
when she refused to put up the Christmas tree. I think she was going by the Jewish ways. Because she celebrated Hanukkah that year. It wasn't a decade, it was like 1 year.
Oh yeah, she was Jewish for a while. She knows a lot about it.
Oh, her family gave her shit too because she was like, I'm not doing Christmas and I'm not doing a tree. Like, she had to make this big production and get everybody worked
She
up.
said this stuff
Did she have
after,
kids?
like,
Yeah, she had
the whole
kids.
Nazi stuff came out,
Must
though.
have been
Her
5 kids.
saying that Jews taste like chicken.
Yeah, she's nasty.
Jews
She
taste
literally.
like chicken?
That's what she wrote.
God.
Yeah, she's vile, man. But you know, she doesn't show this stuff on her YouTube channel, so the people that just watch her on YouTube don't know what kind of person this girl is, you know? What's DD?
What'd you
George
say?
Dog? Was that before or after she said the Jews taste like chicken? Was what before or after? Oh, that she was a Jew?
Oh, that was
She was
after.
yeah, she was a Jew way like in the early 2000s for a hot minute.
Yeah, this stuff
She got
just
she
came out
got
though,
a
like it was just published, like nobody had seen the tweets, and then after those came out, that's when she kind of like started to say all that stuff that she was Jewish and yada yada
that
yada.
digital
So there's no
footprint
way
After
she
what
could be
tweet?
racist. But
that
yet, wasn't Ed kept getting banned from Facebook because he was sharing Hitler memes.
or was it her?
Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Could it, I mean, she did. He had 2 fake profiles in there, and then his real profile. Who knows if it was her doing it? You know. She even says that they at one time played out Shanann's death together. She seems a little twisted.
What?
She said that they were play fighting, and he started, or she started choking him and saying, "I'm gonna go Chris Watts on you," and then pretended to kill him. I don't know. It's just some weird stuff. Just like in her Elder Scrolls game, sometimes her Liz would pretend to be Shanann and like you know,
What?
little like pretending to dig their grave.
What?
That's some weird shit.
That is really
It was weird. I never got Elder Scrolls. She sent me the money for it. I'm sorry for whoever Patreon
Play
paid
it,
that.
like,
I
oh,
took the money for something else.
Wait a minute,
I
wait a
just
minute.
lied and said get the game.
Let's play Elder Scrolls and you be Chris and I'll be Shanann. What the fuck?
She
And take
sent
a
you money
picture
to
of it
play?
and send it. Like what?
She has to pay her
She reminds
playmates.
me of Perplexed a lot, but a little different.
She
Sorry,
pay-
had to throw this little
She
bit
pays her
shade.
playmates.
Uh-uh.
She paid Emily to join the game.
Emily bought dinner.
Yeah, I lied
Emily's
and said
like,
I
"Fuck
couldn't get the
this."
game to work. I just didn't even. I wasn't gonna play that game. I play Xbox. Like
Well,
I'm
and those
playing
type
it on
of
PC.
yeah, those games like she's talking about, those take like you put in a lot of time for those games.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to play that game. Like I have a life.
Well, wait a minute. So when with the whole Lana thing, like she was bashing Lana, and then as soon as Lana and I weren't
Yeah.
working together anymore, she was all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Lana, come on. Lana's on her channel. She's kissing her ass.
But a cut, which I think it was it the first time she was on there because she was a little hesitant with her. You know, I can't remember. It's been so.
And
it
yeah,
feels
that
like
was the
it's been
first
so
one. She
long.
was kind of gun shy. But I did not know that she was going to put Frankie Jr.'s picture on Shanann's Twitter.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me.
She
of
tries
something
to say that was me. It was not. It's been disproven multiple times.
on
that-
Shanann's Twitter. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Mhm. The password was in the discovery.
The special picture,
Yep.
Mhm.
enjoying himself.
Yep. She was
Yeah.
going to put that on his dead sister's Twitter.
He sent me that.
The other thing
sent it to
also
you too?
was that she wanted to either go live or post that something on Shanann's Twitter while you were live, Jay, just to disrupt your live. Not even anything to do with the Watts case or anything, just to hurt you. Like,
Wow.
what would that even do? That would bring more people to your channel, if anything. Like, I don't know why she
Wow,
thinks that would disrupt your channel. If she posted your channel link, people would flock to it from Shanann's
Right.
Twitter. Like, is she?
Yeah. But she wanted to. But then she posted her own. What was that?
The the 4K petition, because
the
there was a
petition.
cancel K petition going on, and then she created her own keep critical K on YouTube, which ended up getting kicked off of GoFundMe as well, or whatever change.org thing she used.
Sound like
Wait.
a bunch of scams.
Who said she
Yeah.
played Ted Bundy with her Barbies?
Yeah, she said she used to cut off the Barbie heads and paint their neck red like blood because she was obsessed with Ted Bundy.
Oh my
Are you
god.
fucking kidding me?
Ew.
Okay, this is just
I got the
getting dumb.
screenshots for it, guys. Like, I'm not even like, everything I'm saying here is true.
Why does no one think this is fucked up when she
I
says
know.
it?
Why did it take so long to be like, she's
Like-
like play Ted Bundy with her Barbie?
I'd be like, okay, I'm out. Like, I don't know.
Right?
I gotta go.
I was out with the Twitter stuff when she kept wanting that. That's when I started to pull away. I was just like, bro, you're going a whole new level here. Like, I was trying to make a couple of memes and have fun and add them in a group.
Yeah.
Not crazy memes, but like just a little now and then.
Dude, Jay, you had released something and it had Twitter stuff in it, and I had never seen it before, and it was her talking about Travis Alexander.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was disturbing though.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, she hated that motherfucker. She hated him.
That's so weird.
Tyler,
Don't hate
She
the
said
person
he
who
wants me to
fucking
make him
murdered
dinner.
him.
Right,
So
she said
I gotta
Travis-
get off.
She said, what's wrong?
Thank you guys for having me on, though. I said Tyler wants me to make him dinner, so I gotta get
Oh,
off.
okay. All right. Thanks, Em.
You're welcome. I'll see you guys. I'll still watch. I'll be in
Alright.
the comments.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
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 What was I saying, Starlight?
I don't know.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh, the Travis Alexander.
Oh, yeah. She hated him. She said that Travis Alexander got everything he deserved because he treated Jody like shit.
That's so fucked
That
up.
is fucked up.
It's really fucked
Wait,
up.
someone else just said something about her Barbies. She said she would have her dolls rape and murder each other.
What the fuck? I swear, she's related to Laura Perplex.
I remember her saying some crazy shit like that. Like when she was a kid, she was all obsessed with like crime and stuff. But rape and her dolls.
Yeah, not
raping?
that. Like, I used to, I guess, somewhat be into it. I don't think I was like little.
Not
little.
not that little.
I wouldn't play with Barbies.
You know what? I think the first time I got involved and I actually heard of a true crime case was when Adam Walsh was abducted in Florida. I was little.
Wow.
I was like around his age, and I just remember it happening. And that was when schools started talking like stranger danger, and you know, that was like when that was all big. But I definitely didn't like take my dolls and go, come on, I'm gonna pretend like my
Right.
doll's Adam and I'm gonna like decapitate it. She's a fucking psycho.
The first one for me that I was really into, I was probably about 12, was John Benet Ramsey. So, I didn't put my Barbies in a garage or anything.
Right.
But
Right. It's one thing to like be intrigued and like, oh my God, like I can't believe this happened. But to reenact that shit,
it's like those kids in school that, like, they're in kindergarten, but they're already drawing, like, violent images.
yeah, that was Yax. She was drawing violent images in kindergarten, probably.
Yeah. She sounds a little disturbed.
This was just a lot of disturbing information tonight. I don't know how long you were here, but
Nah, I just popped
Girl.
in a minute. Like, I don't know how long.
because
I've
you
been
heard about the
live.
mommy ramblings thing.
No, I literally just came in, and then I looked in Discord, and someone had told me about it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because she just mentioned me yesterday again, trying to blame me for something I don't know shit about. But
I can't with this
I don't know.
YouTube drama, man.
yeah, it's pretty intense. I don't like. Okay, now banter back and forth between some assholes. It's okay, and Laura
That's one
likes
thing.
to give
Right,
it
right,
out
right.
and take it, but when it affects, like, I don't wake up thinking about that shit. Like, if I got in a fight with someone the night before, I'm not gonna wake up the next day and be like, oh yeah,
How can I get them?
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is, and I don't go to sleep or wake up.
Well, this girl eats, sleeps, and breathes Emily and I guess, so.
Yeah, she's a little obsessed with you. Maybe she'll start a Facebook group
Oh my
and
God.
just plaster your pictures all over it.
Photoshop me in.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Well, I'm gonna end this, but I just want to say $10 million. Go Ray. Go Ray. No
That's
one needs to
insane.
talk about anybody's deceased son the way that she has.
Well, yeah, I really hope that something happens, because I think there needs to be well, I know the Rusiks tried to fight for something, so people could just leave them alone or
Yeah.
whatever. Something needs to happen where these creators don't take, like a little boy who was snatched from his home and then like harass the neighborhood.
Right.
There needs to be limits. Like, it's crazy. Just calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
people.
have some boundaries.
Exactly.
Well, I hope that it
Anyway.
does too, but she says she's a martyr and she's doing all of this for us creators.
She's a martyr.
Yeah, so that we can, we can bash victims and not get in trouble for it. So she's going to bat for us. Go, Karen.
See, it's going to end up backfiring, and all these people that y'all harass are going to end up coming out on top.
Yep.
For harassing dead babies' families. That's not cool.
No. You got to have it. You got to draw a line in the sand somewhere.
Yeah. And
All right,
it has
Kira.
to be done. I think it's going to have to be something big and legal for
Right.
people to finally be like, oh shit,
Yep.
they're not playing.
Yep. And she's not fucking around. I mean, this is a federal lawsuit, and if she ignores it, she's in default. So she's going to have to reply to it.
I can't wait. I'll be there with my popcorn.
Oh, we got 21 days. So
Oh, damn.
we'll be keeping an eye on it. But thanks.
Yes.
It was good to hear your
Thank
voice,
you for
man. I
having
missed
me
you.
up. It was good to come in and see you and all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
I know. I open up the 411 and there's Starlight.
Yes. I'm always around.
All right,
Thanks for
girl.
having me up.
Yeah,
I'll talk
absolutely.
to you later.
Anytime.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Karma is the biggest bitch you'll ever meet there, Karen. Ain't that the truth? You guys, thanks for listening to this. I know it's been a lot. I know it's a lot of shit and there's probably so much more. I mean, Emily, you are awesome. Thank you so much for everything you've sent me. Thank you for just doing everything that you've done and helping Ray and everything. I know you've been stuck in the middle, but you've done a great thing. You've done good things and you're a good person. And Karen, wait. Because I'm not going to address her every day like she does me. But Karen, fuck you. And that's all I have to say. So, you guys, thank you so much. So much. I don't know, Life Rewinded. I don't know. I was really confused on that whole story. So anyways, you guys, have a great night. Thanks for being here. And again, thanks, Emily, so much. And I will talk to you guys soon. And don't be a Karen, please.